Gonna press the button. Don't you worry, I got plans. I got plans.
Is Caitlin, are you not talking because I made fun of your family line?
Why would you say that?
Yeah, why would you say that? Like...
The button's been pressed, right?
Yeah, the button's been pressed, and that was a...
And that's just out there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a warm start right there.
I need to continue my trend of saying the most cursed or worst things depending on the...
Did you say blessed?
That's a room temperature tea started.
Room temperature
I like
tea.
to mention my meat and my tea, both at a nice right temperature of 70.
Anyway. So, space, right? So, everybody, could you make sure you had the long rests? Because I see some of you haven't made sure you've had the long rests.
I put back all my numerous damage points that I took last time.
He's just slathering it up all over his body.
Oh yeah, that's right. I got him.
Yeah, just make sure you have your health and your your shields and your level up. You didn't level up.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we didn't do my level.
Yeah, we didn't do your level up. That's the thing. Oh, guess what? You're gonna be level 6 for this fight.
That's fine.
Wait, are we supposed to be level 7?
Yeah, I don't even remember telling you to be level 7.
Yeah, you said it at the end of last session. We're like, congratulations, guys, you're level 7, and so I leveled up, and I was talking about.
I feel like I'm being lied to, right? I feel like I'm being gaslit right now.
Well, we do have video footage of this.
No, you said that we're level 7, but it's not going to matter much for the next session because it's mostly going to be role-playing.
Did I? I thought I said that for the other one.
Caitlin, she'll have to believe us if you and I band together to agree that we're level 7.
We got here and you were like, oh Devin, you know how we leveled you up? And I was like, yeah, and you're like, guess what, we gotta do it again. I'm like, oh.
Alright, well anyone that's leveled up to level 7, that's totally fine. If you haven't leveled up to level 7, don't worry about it. We'll sneak you to level 7 when we can. But on that note, can anyone tell me what happened last time? No.
We met a fucking moron.
Caitlin, can you remind us what happened?
Met a fucking moron, of course you did. There he is.
What's up, guys? I'm like in the middle of the screen right now.
Here you are. Right there.
He's just like, hey bros, it's totally tubular right here in the center. You can get here with me.
If there's any character that I would actually believe would break the fourth wall in this game, it would be Flipnork. I could believe that one.
Oh, that's right. We confirmed that his name is Flipnork because he made it.
Yes.
Flipnork of the Clan Nork.
From Jersey Shore, remember?
Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore, yes, Shore. My bad. My pronunciation was off.
Yeah, exactly. It's alright, dudes. Everybody gets it wrong.
Everybody gets it wrong. Yeah, everybody gets it wrong. Right. Okay. So yes.
It's like I came up with it last week.
Shh, don't worry about it. So yeah, if you have leveled up to level 7, that's fine. If you haven't, don't worry. If there is combat, if we get to that point, we'll sort you out in the break. If you don't get to the combat, then hey, you know what? That's going to be great. But a very quick sum up from last time was that you guys returned after the first mission. Tox and Ector had a conversation regarding the fact that Ector believes that there could be some, I guess, chance of progression for Tox, that they believed that she was possibly someone that might be able to move up the ranks, and that while she joined the unit and essentially the military because she had no other option because of legal reasons, it might actually be a good fit for her, especially in a unit like this where black operations can allow the sanctioning of certain individuals to be taken care of off the books, let's say. Because it's Black Ops, that's why. That's why you gotta... Because they're deniable. Yeah. But,
Whoa.
please, no hat. You leave my hat out of this. So you came back, you started setting up all of your evidence. I didn't say that! But, I mean, I guess.
More about
Kupo, yes. 100% deniable, Kupo. You started setting up all the evidence that you found for decryption. I believe Freya got food for Tox and was determined to guard it until he fell asleep because she kind of forgot to eat and just kind of went off into her room. I believe that's practically everything. If anyone wants to remind me of anything else major, obviously we did have Flipnork arrive. Flipnork is a giant shark man who believes in a deity based around fitness and athletics. And glory. Because of course he does.
Flipnork was told that the Ironborn don't like to be called robos.
Oh yes, we talked about that, yeah. Because it means slave.
Because we are more than just robots, we are people.
I mean, people no. Sentient, yes.
Damn.
the robot is with the people.
Hey, you're not a people, but you are
just-
sentient. That's
What
you know.
little robot.
People are sentient, therefore.
You're not a
Ironborn are
people.
also sentient,
You're
thus we-
hey
I think calling people sentient is a stretch.
hey, who made this world? I made this world. You're not a people. You're sentient, but you're not a people.
You're just a more complicated tool.
God has said unto them, you are not people.
You're not people. You are but tools with emotions.
I'm gonna disassemble you and put you in the toolbox.
Really, you're just thieves' tools with a charisma stat. So
I know that it's righty tighty, but I don't need to be told that by my thing.
You were programmed to think.
exactly.
Is that how your butt storage works?
Yes.
That is 100% how it works. But
Righty tighty.
Unscrew the panel.
that's where we stopped off. Individual characters went off to go to sleep. 17 themselves actually kind of took their sentinel's rest, just kind of sitting in their chair upright for some reason. I don't fully know why. Just because they could, I believe. And Tox did eventually wake from their trance and came out to see that Freya was asleep guarding their food and was like, oh yeah, shit, I forgot to eat. After continuing to gesture more for, I guess, a camera that they believe is there in their data link, but we're unsure. So, what happens is we're going to pick up from the morning after the night before. This would probably be around the time that 17 would probably start to awaken from their sentinel's rest. Tox, you've probably been up for at least 2-3 hours at this point, probably even longer, honestly, and therefore you would be the only person at the moment who would notice the door slides open and this individual walks through. So I'm gonna change over my thing because it's time to talk about an elf. So how is that a self-insert?
To be fair, if there was a character that was self-insert,
Really? I don't think so. But so this elf comes in. They're actually reasonably tall, at about 6'2". They're very slender. They do have like a pale bluish skin and magenta-ish colored hair. They are wearing, I wouldn't say it's a uniform, but it definitely looks like clothing that perhaps an engineer would wear. They appear to have a set of goggles attached to their head. And as they come in, they look around at the group and they see that Tox is in fact awake and will say, hey, Do you know where the shield-faced man is? I don't know if you know his name. Hector. Actually didn't know if you knew his name, so I didn't kind of want to shout it out just in case. Do you know where he is?
He's in his room right now. Who are you?
Oh, I'm Taki. I'm like your engineer. I'm here to make sure that all your shit runs.
Okie doke. Yeah, his room is that one. I point at it.
I'd rather not wake him up. He's always a grumpy fuck in the morning.
You mean he's not later in the day?
Ah, you know him then.
A little bit.
She then walks up towards 17 and takes like a very keen notice of them, pulls down their goggles and looks them over and goes, you didn't say what kind of model you had, but this one's quite interesting. I've not seen this coloration before.
Looks like it was designed by a Tony Stank.
Do you happen to know anything about him?
About Tony Stark.
Tony Stank.
No, she's asking Tox if she knows anything about 17.
I've worked with them for a bit. I wouldn't say I'm like intimately knowledgeable, but
Did you see them do anything? Like, maybe get an idea of what weapons they have, what grade of performance they can do?
really good with ranged weapons. They have quite a personality.
Oh, so they're like fully sentient. They're not like just bot.
I assume so.
I wasn't sure if they were going to be fully sentient or if they were like halfway through. That does complicate things a little bit. Do you know how long they've been out for?
No, is that something you've come out with?
I mean, you know, maybe.
Mom, Dad, send shit. Oh,
Oh, fuck!
So they're not like made sentient?
No. The Ironforge tend to like just awaken, and they can do it at any point. They can do it right off the factory line, or 10 years after being made, 100 years after being made, right about when they're about to expire, when they're thrown on the scrap heap, you know. At any point, really, they could awaken.
So is that like reaching adolescence then?
No, it's more like just suddenly waking up to all existence ever.
Oh. Is that like not like adolescence?
I mean, it kind of depends what kind of adolescence you have. My adolescence really wasn't like that. It was a bit different.
Yeah, I suppose. This isn't really my area of expertise. I mostly just whip people.
See, that's more like my adolescence.
I was fucking waiting for it.
But anyway, let's see if we can jumpstart them. At this point, the individual known as Taki would take out a hacking tool and would start searching 17 for a port to insert the hacking tool.
go through the button.
I thought you were saying inserting and searching for the form logged in the database.
I'm gonna do dinner first before that happens.
Have you awoken? Have you woken up from your century's rest to say that?
About the time that the search starts, I would wake up.
Ah.
I would say that.
So you are awake. That's good. I can put this away then. I didn't want to have to go rifling through your mind.
Yeah, I prefer you don't go rifling through my mind either.
Yeah, it's not something I like to do, but if it wakes you up, it wakes you up. Right, so let's start with the basics. Serial number.
7386.
Yeah, that's pretty good, right? My name's Taki. I'm your engineer. I'm here to make sure all your shit works, and anything that's to do with robotics or equipment is maintained. Technically, you're not either of those, but you also are.
I don't think she could hear you either.
What's going on?
Oh, she was talking during that, but I don't think you heard it.
Oh, I know. I can't hear you.
She back down?
No,
The spicy crisp.
I'll reconnect. I have reconnected. Who Kara talk.
Hello.
Yeah, I can kind of hear you now. You're a bit quiet, but I can hear you.
Okay. I don't know what happened. Like,
There we go.
Roll 20. Roll 20 happened. That's what happened.
Okay, so what was the last thing you heard me say?
Who are you? And then she said, "Oh, I'm Taki. I'm the group's engineer. I'm here to look after all the equipment and robotics and tools. And technically, you're not that, but you are that." That was the last thing I said.
Okay. So why exactly were you needing to wake me up?
Well,
Just out of curiosity?
I'm gonna run a diagnostic check.
Okay.
Listen, I got told that you got really badly damaged, and that perhaps it was best if I got here as soon as I could to try and make sure you were alright and there was no permanent damage, in case you needed new parts or anything. So I came to do a diagnostic check on you.
Okay. I don't think I'm damaged, but if that's what you were brought in for, go ahead.
Alright, where's your ports?
For some booty hole.
A little fucking port just pops up.
There's the typical one in my head.
Mm-hmm.
The easiest one to access.
Mm-hmm.
There's also one underneath my left arm. And there's just a couple other private places.
Interesting. So she then takes out a data pad and she starts tapping her fingers on it and goes, interesting. So you're one of the awoken ones that likes to think of yourself as in actual having private areas. That's interesting. That's good to know.
Well, I'd like to attempt to think that way.
So you don't actually think that way, but you're attempting to think that way. So you're cognizant of knowing that it's private, but not believing that it's private.
I'm more so wanting to understand why it's private. So, in telling others that it is, perhaps I can understand as to why.
Alright. Well, I'm just going to pop this into the back of your head. It's probably going to feel a bit weird, but just, deep, I was going to say deep breaths, but just try to focus not on what's going on, but on the questions that I'm going to ask you. Right, so she then inserts a port into the back of your head. It's how you imagine someone pushing their fingers into your brain. Yeah.
Makes my treatment even more viable.
Yeah. Yeah. Hashtag mind break the robot. Anyway, and as that inserts at the back of your port, Taki says to you, right, so, manufacture date, do you know that?
Manufacture date was, what year are we?
Just, if you just want to say how long ago it was, you can just say how many years it was.
Manufacture date was 26 years ago.
Okay, right. Sentient state. Do you remember how long ago, roughly, you came sentient?
Sentient was 10 years ago.
Okay, interesting. So it was a little bit of a while before sentience. Right. Have you at any point had any parts of your body removed and replaced?
Before sentience, I'm unsure. After sentience, I've had modifications, but I've not had any limbs removed.
Alright, interesting. Right, okay. Do you remember your original purpose?
No, I do not.
Interesting, okay. I'll have to run a few diagnostics checks to see if I can find out exactly what that was, because just going through your information port, it's not coming up, which is a bit strange. Even in your base settings, it's not on there, so that's a bit strange, but we can always pop through that another time. Right, okay, so what I'm reading is that you did take structural damage, but you have, in fact, repaired yourself. Is that correct?
Yes.
Alright, cool. Your arcane core seems to be running at a good temperature, and your power levels seem to be, well, they're decent for your make model, so I wouldn't worry about that one too much. Got some errant code, but I wouldn't worry about that too much. No, this part isn't good. Right, did you interface with anything strange recently? Like anything dodgy?
I had downloaded some information from a mission we were on that has yet to be extracted.
Okay. Alright, because looking at this, you interfaced with something probably via a hacking tool, and it's left a nasty Trojan on your software.
Well, that is definitely not good.
No, it's very not good. I can try to get rid of it, but there's a condom lodged inside you? You didn't realize. Right, okay, well don't worry, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Whatever it was, while strange, it's not exactly the worst I've seen, so we can get you patched up. Right, okay. Right, okay, you should be fine in about 24 to 48 hours, but just be careful, because you may experience some changes in personality, fragmentation, and possibly misfiring of weapons, just letting you know.
And crippling depression.
Misfiring of valves.
Misfiring of valves, yes.
I will do my best to compensate should I be required to use weapons so as not to harm.
Right, just to check, because this may affect something. Are you sentient in the sense of your pain? You are feeling pain receptors where there are none.
No, I did not feel pain when I was damaged.
Alright, interesting. Okay, so based on what you've told me in your sentiency, this Trojan, it may affect you in the sense of alerting your body to pain. Now, this may be a bit strange. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to happen, but I have known in some cases that certain viruses uploaded onto sentient models can affect their sense of awakening, so you might get some pain. Now, please be aware that that's okay. It's not real. It's not a setting of any actual system damage.
That'll be interesting if it happens. I guess it'll be interesting to think that I feel pain.
Yeah, they say that until they actually feel the pain, and then they're not so happy about actually feeling phantom pain.
I'm sure no one actually wants to feel pain.
No, alright, so she then reaches out and, like, detaches the cable from the back of your head and clicks it back into her hacking tool. She then says to you that I'm gonna go and try to wake up Nosy Bollocks. If you want to just try to, like I said, not worry too much, but if you do feel any strange sensations, any changes of attitude or emotion, do let me know and I'll see what I can do for you, okay?
I will be sure to let you know.
She then stands away from you, looks at Tox, gives Tox a little wave, and then heads off into Hector's room. Have I got the right room? I've zoomed out. Oh no, I have not.
One written down.
Yeah, I got it. She heads off into Ector's room. Right. I'm gonna do a dice roll at random to decide, so... there's only there's 3 of you, so I'm gonna just roll a d4.
Above 10, all the party dies at once. Below 10,
You die at one at a time. Yeah. Right.
Either way, we all die.
Elena, you are now awake because you were the unfortunate person that was number 2. So you are now awake and in your room. Do as you wish.
count on me, Caleb.
Okay.
I love you. I love you, Kubo. Yeah, you come back.
You have awoken.
I've been here for half an hour.
That's fine.
Oh, okay. I thought I missed your room again.
Oh, you did, but
But you are awake.
She's just slurping on a brain smoothie.
not yet.
Not yet. No, that's just it's
Like
not
the
breakfast yet.
Valuecast is.
Why?
One tentacle for grabbing the brain, the other tentacle.
She is going to get a brain out, though.
What I would like you to do though is I want you to roll me a perception check. Okay, now you don't need to worry about it. It would have been a bit higher than that. So you're going over for a brain, I'm guessing, correct? Based on what you said? Okay, you go, you open up the container, and yes, sure enough, there is another fresh brain in there. This one's slightly smaller than the one before. You may think that this might have been from a smaller animal, perhaps. No, I'm thinking it's more like a muskrat's brain. You ever seen a muskrat's brain? Yeah, it's very small, very
How
small.
is Rowan Squid Girl supposed to get her nutrients?
Hey,
Don't
it's-
get bigger brains.
It's just for a breakfast smoothie. You don't need a big one for a breakfast
She didn't
smoothie.
eat no smoothie for breakfast. She's making something else for breakfast.
Egg
Oh,
and cheese.
okay.
Egg and cheese sandwich.
Right, what are you making?
She's gonna have a salad.
Brain salad. Okay, that's
Oh,
a
wait.
horrific image to think about,
Now you
honestly.
probably confused me.
I'm not gonna lie, this is very ice on me.
It is, but that's not a bad thing. That's not a
No,
bad
of course
thing.
not. I love ice on me.
I never finished it.
I didn't
either, but
now you've gone and confused me. The brain smoothie makes sense. Brain makes sense. Brain egg and cheese sandwich, I'm down with. Brain salad.
I'm more surprised about that, honestly.
She is going to get another brain out there. This one is smaller. She wishes.
There is
that-
no other brain. There's just the one in there.
starving someone.
That's fair. I would say that too.
And she starts making her way over to the machine.
And leaving you as you pass.
As you pass, however, Freya just happens to wake up.
He wakes up like startled, like arms sprawl out of the table and pushes himself. I'm awake. I'm guarding. I'm done.
There's a chicken wing stuck to your forehead.
What's giving me wrong with that?
Somehow it's been glued on.
Elena's just gonna roll her eyes and she's gonna put in for like lettuce, cucumbers, tomatoes, peppers, and ranch dressing.
Right, okay. Roll me intelligence, please. I want to see if you can work the machine correctly. I'm always hoping for the nat one. I'm always hoping for the nat one. No, it's a relatively simple dish. It's a relatively simple dish, so so you managed to get it, and it works perfectly fine. Freya, you do in fact have 2 chicken bones stuck to your face. That's what the percentile dice was for. So you do in fact have 2 chicken bones stuck to your face.
He won't know that they're there.
Tiles for that.
Yes, it was.
He would look over at Tox and like, did you get your food? Did someone else eat it? Did I fuck up?
You protected it, Prayer. I got it. You're okay. got something on your face.
What? They're like feel around on his face, trying to like paw at trying to grab him.
Roll me a sleight of hand.
Oh, good. I'm terrible.
No, you get it. You managed to. You paw off like a cat with. Have you ever seen a cat with ham? This is gonna sound really weird. Have you ever seen a cat with a piece of ham stuck on his face? You're that, and you get the ham off. Yeah, it's weird, but it's happened.
House cat and polar bear. Very nice.
Yes, you do. You cross the lines of house cat and polar bear.
Three sentient creatures in this room and says, "Is Hector awake? I need to leave soon."
Eleanor, you were gonna say something? Please say what you were gonna say.
Yeah, she was gonna grab some silverware and come over and sit and start making her salad.
Oh, she's making the salad in front of you. Oh.
I would stand up from my chair and I would move over to the table and anybody else there.
Oh, social interaction.
Fred was curious to get off the way to tosses for salad.
And he ruined it.
You knew it was gonna happen.
Oh, we knew it was gonna happen, just a matter of time.
She starts ripping up like the brain, so it's like, you know how you do ham chunks in a salad?
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
Oh, okay.
That's
Fair enough, knowingly, without knowing anything.
right. Okay. Flipnork, at this point, you would awaken. What do you do? I'm gonna fucking dread asking this. What do you do when you wake up?
Oh, I slept on the right side of the bed. Let's go.
The right side.
This fucking world.
I love it. It's like our Triton friend turned to 11. I appreciate it.
It's hard worst nightmare.
Why am I in two different games with two different people that act like this?
Magic.
Where'd I leave my weights?
Y-
Over there.
Roll me an investigation check.
Oh, I haven't noticed.
I have fixed the weight before because they were hiding on the floor. They probably
They do. So roll me investigation. I want to see if you can actually find your weights. That's good.
Oh, this will be interesting. That number.
Yeah. So you 16. You find that your weights haven't properly been put out in your room. The people that brought them in kind of didn't know where to put them, so they kind of just stored them all in your lockers. So your lockers are just filled with weights and pieces of workout equipment taken apart and put in there.
Oh, guess I should have looked around more than not at all before I went to bed. That's pretty silly of me. Well, they're all probably doing stuff out there, so maybe I just better put that together later. Alright, I'll be back for you later, wait bros.
Walk bros. Do my best.
Right. As you leave your room, everyone would notice that the blue elf and Hector have both exited from his room.
Go ahead, sorry.
Fred would immediately shoot up and start running towards the door. I'm like, "Bye, Hector, I've gotta go to the black market."
He turns his attention towards you, raises a hand, and he says, No, you're gonna have to wait, I'm afraid. I need to speak to you.
You guys have a black market?
Yes, there's a black market here.
Turns around. He pouts his way back to the chair.
I'm just curiously looking at Elenia's salad and the fact that there's brain in it.
Plants don't know if they're watching and be like, wanna bite?
I don't need to eat, but thank you.
While they were standing back there, you remarked.
Whoa, you have colorful hair.
As Hector and Taki come up, she adds some brain special.
They look at the assembled group, and Hector will place a hand over their mask and do kind of a moment to kind of just make sure that everyone has their attention. Well, I am assuming some of you may have already met them, but this is a work companion of mine by the name of Taki Mori. She gives like a little overly enthusiastic wave. Has anyone seen Deadpool 2? You know how you know the wave? That wave. Yeah, it's a Yuki wave. As I've said, some of you may have met her. She is working with us. She is going to be our engineer for the barracks. She will begin repairs on anything that needs to be repaired, such as 17, any of our equipment. If we need anything fixed or any kind of hacking going on, she can help us. She's kind of our tech gal, I guess, is the way to put it. If you have any...
Waves back enthusiastically.
Yes, thank you, Flipnook. She's right in front of you, she could see that. Anyway,
I know.
if any of you need anything in requests for technology, please contact her, speak to her. That being said, Taki, I think you have something for all of us. Alright, yeah, I've got them. She digs deep into one of her pockets and takes out what appears to be a series of small ear-like devices, as well as a pack of gum. She then grabs the pack of gum and puts it back in her pocket, and slides a earbud towards each and every one of you. Right, these are going to help you to stay in communication. I'm aware that some of you already have the skill of telepathy, but, well, these will mean that those of you who don't have telepathy can at least communicate a little bit.
Real quick, X, was that slip up in character?
That was in character.
Okay. Making sure, because you did the voice while doing it.
Yeah, no, that was in character. That was 100% in character. It's like, yeah, this will help those of you who don't have telepathy to communicate back. But I will say that they're not perfect, so they're only about 120 feet range. So try to stick close to each other a little bit. Like, don't try to go halfway across the continent or anything. But you'll be able to communicate with each other or communicate back to each other.
I take one of the earbuds and I slip it into my head.
Yes, you just connect it in. Think about it like it's kind of like a very small coin. You can push it into your ear and like you can dig it out, but you can't like easily pull it out. Yes, you were all given one.
He like holds it up between the two of his claws. There's like small, like
Currently Googling where hammerhead shark ears are.
No, here's the thing. Elena's gonna reach into Taki's mind and be like, I don't have ears.
You realize that she doesn't respond, and she's just like looking at everyone. It's like, so these should be able to help you. Like, you just gotta like. They are designed for some of you to just fit into appendages. I do have neck variants of them as well. Elena, Elena, roll me an intelligence save. Not intelligence save, intelligence check, please.
Just shove it into the gills.
While she's doing that, I ask Frere if he needs help putting his in because of his big bear paws.
I might opt in for the necklace variant.
Okay. So what you would, Caitlin, Elena would feel that like there's something about Taki that means that your telepathy doesn't seem to be working on her.
Flame is gonna just pay no mind to that.
What this means is that Taki knows no languages.
And yet is speaking to you. So what she then does is she then reaches into her coat and... Does everyone know what a throat mic is? Like a military throat mic?
Yeah.
Yeah, she then hands out those to you, to those of you who cannot insert the earpieces.
I will have the earbud as well as the throat mic.
So everyone hears you in double?
Yes. Well, in case he can
Oh god, please no.
If there's enough time for like 17 or talks to prep the earbud, you can do it. But if it's like a right now sort of thing, it's like, oh my god. Testing,
1 2 1 2 3 testing. Right, so if you have those, you can add them. These are essentially going to work as the ad hoc sending, so that you guys can. They're essentially like high-tech sending stones. They will allow you to telepathically communicate as long as you're within 120 feet of each other.
Would I mark that down?
Just put sending earbud.
Yeah, just put sending earbud.
And throat mic.
Yeah, or throat mic if you wanted to have the throat mic instead of the earbud.
Sending kill mic.
Sending gill mic, there we go.
I just want to imagine Freyr's gonna put the earbud next to the throat mic and just.
You guys really
Stop.
want feedback?
Yeah, just deafen everyone with the feedback. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I would have done.
You then would notice that Ector then appears to look at his wrist and press a button on a device on his gauntlet, and he notices something a moment. He's checking the time, essentially. Right, Freya, you said you wanted to go somewhere last night?
Yes, that's why, yeah.
Where is it that you want to go?
Oh, I was gonna go to the black market.
Do you require... No, I want you to think very carefully before you answer this. Do you require that I attend with you, or can I trust you enough to go and come back on your own?
I'll come back on my own. I quite literally, I'm not taking Fox with me. So I kind of have to come back.
Why are you not taking Tox with you? I'm a little bit concerned that you're going with no one.
I'll make it up.
Hold on. Elena will go into Hector's head. I'll go with him.
Thank you for volunteering to go with Freya, Elena. Right, okay. If that need be, I'm going to check on the decrypting of our assets to try and see if we've come up with any information. Tucky, you're more than welcome to try to assist the group in whatever they need. The rest of you, please do what you need to do, but we do need to rendezvous at least in an hour or two to take a look at what evidence we have and where we can move from here. Elena, if you want to please support Freya in his trip to the black market. Do you remember the way?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Actually, I wouldn't mind also checking that out if you guys are okay with that.
If you wish to tag along with them, bear in mind that it is a bit of a dangerous area. Please try not to do anything crazy.
Oh, that sounds fun.
There's always a bear in someone's mind.
Elena's gonna reach into Hector's head one more time.
Mhm.
Is there a way we can acquire funds or of some sort? Or we be paid commission or something?
Elena has raised a valid point of funding. Right now, technically we do get paid for what we do. It wouldn't really be a job if we didn't get paid for it. However, and I say this lightly, I have to manage our income. We do not get income individually. We get a set amount of income, and it's up to me to manage it. How much will you be needing, and what will you be needing it for?
I remember because this is from a past game. She was told at least 600.
Yes,
right?
that was 600, at least 600 gold if you want to talk to the information broker about getting information.
Frere would ponder and say, like 200 gold should suffice.
Elena will reach out to Hector and be like, I would require 600 gold in order to get some information from the
He reaches out into your brain and says, this information, is it poignant to a mission?
It's pointed to me. That's why I joined.
Roll me a persuasion check. You're at baseline 0 with him, so you won't get any bonuses to this.
Okay. Wait, where's my shoe? Please be high.
He
That's not
takes
bad.
a moment to ponder it, and he returns to your mind and says, "I can't justify that large of a sum at the moment. I can maybe provide you with 200 and see if perhaps the information broker will at least work with that for now, and then we will see about getting you the rest of the funds at a little bit of a later date. Is that something that we could work with?"
Elena will act like this is like usually Elena sounds cool and calm and collected. This is like the first time she probably has some emotion to her voice, and she will say thank you.
He then looks over at Freya and said, "Freya, you said you needed 200 gold. What, may I ask, what is it that you require this gold for?"
Well, you see him thinking really hard. Harder than he usually thinks.
The hamsters in the
hold on.
wheel turning.
Hold on. Freya will just reach into Elena will reach into Freya's mind and be like, "You're obviously wanting to keep something a secret. Do you want me to tell Ekdor?"
Yeah. So he can't respond to her brain.
You can use the throat mic to respond, because the throat mics, the way they work is you can send it to an individual, or you can send it to the group.
Okay, so yeah, Freya will respond with the throat mic to Elena, and will say, I got magic stones to make magic weapons, so I need to pay a visit to the magic dealer, to the weapon vendor."
Right, so do you have the earbud and the throat mic on?
The earbud is not on.
Okay.
Just the throat.
Okay, because if you did, I would say you hear this echoed in your head, but you just hear it the once. You hear him say that to you via the throat mic. So, do you try to? What do you say to Ektor now that you've kind of you hear what he's wanting to do with the money? He wants to see about getting some kind of upgrades of magical weapons based on the fact that he has the Diminium.
Well, here's the thing. She was also in the room with him when he said, because Tox wasn't in the room at the time, that he wanted to give a gift for Tox. So I think she'd be able to reason out that this is the gift he wants to get for Tox.
Yeah, you have an intelligence of like a 20, don't you?
Yeah.
It's very reasonable for you to say you could put that together. But what do you say to Ektor?
Yeah, she'll send to Ektor. Freya is wanting to get Tox a gift, which is why he's being quiet about it. A magical weapon of sorts with some of those stones he got.
Roll me a persuasion check to see if Ektor will willingly part with the money so that you could get that.
Does Freya have to roll with it, or
no, you, because you're the one talking to him about it. So you're the one kind of making it.
This would be the funny net one.
Oh, so he says, in your brain, he says he has a chunk of Diminium. He could sell half of it to get the money and then use the other half to pay them to make the weapon.
She'll nod at that and she'll send the information to Freya.
So you just get a verbatim of the exact same thing of Ektor said that he knows you've got a chunk of magical rock, and he knows that if you sell half of that to the vendor and you supply the other half to make a magical weapon, he will essentially only cost you for the time. He'll only make you pay for the time that it takes for him to build it, which means it will be like less because you've essentially paid for it in material goods rather than money.
Okay. Freya will just gulp and nod acceptingly.
Right, so Flip, Knock, Freya, Elena, you're going to the black market, is that correct?
Ye-
Right. Tox 17, do you plan to follow them, or are you going to stay here?
Tox doesn't need to go, remember?
I can stay here, train a bit.
Wonderful. If you would, actually, this would be a perfect time for us to do some training. If you meet me in the armory, we can look over some data slates and see if we can't come up with some way to set about your training for the future.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Taki, are you going to busy yourself with 17? Oh yeah, I'm gonna busy myself. I need to try and get rid of that Trojan, and I need to try to make sure that the rest of our systems are as good as they can be. Wait, you are a her, right? Or should I say they?
I guess they would be most accurate.
You notice that she makes a slight adjustment on the data slate. Because kids, even in D&D, ask for pronouns.
Don't be a dick, dog.
Exactly.
So,
This has been the Flip Nork minute.
I would ask you to drown him, but he's a shark. He can't be drowned.
He has amphibious, he literally can't be drowned.
Burn him to death?
Sits down, looks at the camera, and says, "So, you accidentally mispronounced someone. You messed up. Where do you go from here?"
Right, so what I want to do is, because we're going to do a little bit of back and forth then, I'm going to pop up the old initiative tracker, and we're going to, I want someone on Team Black Market to pick themselves as the individual that's going to roll initiative for them.
I have advantage on initiative rolls.
Not in this, because this is not a fight. This is me doing it
Honestly,
as
it should
social.
probably be Elena, because she's going to be keeping an eye on these two.
Devin, quick roll.
20!
Oh shit! Look at that. Right. Okay.
Just a regular 20.
Yeah, just a regular 20.
Who's
So
doing that?
I don't know,
Oh,
but it's kind of
Tara.
cool. You don't need to roll now, Devon, because Freya rolled.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
You didn't click your token anyway, so it's fine.
It also
I actually
went to
did, though.
GM,
It just-
so
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Like
It went straight to GM, so as well. Right. So
What was it, out of curiosity?
it was a 15. Right. So you didn't even roll initiative. You just rolled a D20.
I asked what I was gonna roll, and you said a 20.
No. I thought you said what did Freya roll, and I said a 20.
Listen,
Come on, Devon, you know how to roll initiative. Don't pretend like you don't. Yes, you do. Right, okay.
I was told to roll.
Right,
I rolled.
17. So Kara, could you roll initiative for your time with Taki, please?
I will also roll a 20.
Don't roll a
Yeah.
fucking 20.
That's what we're gonna do now. That's our
There we
game.
go. All right, 16.2. Right, Kara, for Tox, could you please roll me initiative for your kind of quote-unquote training? Okay. Well, look at that! It's fucking... I don't even need to descend. It's already in perfect order. Ain't that a wonderful gift? Right, okay. So, we're gonna... The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the good old black market.
Fucking 20.
Yeah.
I rolled a 20.
I did.
He did roll a 20.
I'll do it again.
Right, let me just get rid of these
Oh,
guys.
we come back to this man.
Because these guys don't need to
Take
be...
that.
Right. Stop rolling 20s!
No.
If you roll another
Take that.
20, I'm taking it away from a stat.
No!
Right, okay. So, you spend the time... Now, this is a very short distance. You've walked here before. It takes 10, 15 minutes to walk. I'm guessing someone leads Flipnork through the... Oh, actually, we're back at this map. I probably should ask, what the fuck happened up here? What the fuck happened up here?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one that was further up.
No, that one's fine. It's gone now. But what the fuck happened here? What the fuck happened up here?
Person who makes my clothes out.
Only one person would call me out like this. It was obviously Tara.
What? Why are you talking?
Right. Okay. Anyway, we're just gonna delete that and pretend that never happened.
The blood's still there.
The blood's still there because it's not letting me delete it for some reason.
I have to roll funny.
I'm just gonna have to just try to violently.
Just seeing the Among Us beam. And then
You can censor us, but you can't change the truth. No, but I can edit the truth like this.
I'm so upset you deleted the top hat on the snake.
Just gonna get rid of.
we're all so
that
upset. We
would've
roll a
really good.
20 in synchronicity.
There's a little penis there as well. I'm just gonna get rid of that as well. Don't know why that was there. Anyway, right, okay. I swear, the next person to randomly roll a 20 gets it taken from a stat. Don't test me.
We all roll it at the same time.
Yeah, everyone. I found the hidden Freya in the bottom. There he is. I found him. He's right there. He's right at the bottom. Right. Okay. So, I'm guessing one of you leads Flipnork through the black market because he's never actually been there before. So I'm guessing, someone takes him.
Who's who and such.
Wonderful. Okay. You now get into the black market. You're here. What do you do? What do you do?
Elena will help Freya go for his mission first.
Okay.
He just slowly scoots away from me.
You would see Elena specifically. You would see Frere. I mean, Flipnork might see it too. Probably would see it too. Frere looks very sad at his chunk of
Diamondite. Diminium. Yeah, that's the name I gave it. Diminium. That was it.
Yeah. And we'll approach Guile, the goonsmooth.
Guile the gunsmith. You go up to Guile. Guile is at this point in time seems to be reloading a shotgun, and as he sees you, goes, "Hey, you're back. So what do you want?"
Well, I was gonna ask real fast. How much would it cost to make 2 specialized weapons with this? He pulls out the giant chunk, not giant, but decent chunk of diminium.
He looks at it, and you see roll me a perception.
Aha! I am. Ah!
Okay, you don't see shit. He looks at it and he goes, "Oh, that's a bit of a small chunk you got there. I mean, it looks a bit badly broken. Did you just snap that off?"
Titanite.
I picked up a fallen chunk of it.
It might be a bit that's dying. That might be why you got it. I mean, okay.
Is Elena close enough to hear this conversation?
Yeah, of course.
We're like
Would
right there.
she would have noticed anything about the Guile the gunsmith?
Roll me a perception check.
I will try to.
Notice his large flat top hair.
No, you wouldn't.
God damn it! I tried to help. Fuck it.
It's his shit.
So he goes, yeah, this is a bit that's dying, so that's probably why you found it on the floor. I mean, what kind of weapon were you looking for?
Well, I knew that there was a possibility that, given the size of it, I could have maybe enhanced my great axe as well as a whip. But if it's dying, and depending on how much it would cost me, I might just forego one of those items and instead just go for the whip and use the other half as potential payment.
Looking at how this is, I mean, you're gonna have to give me some money down as well, I'm afraid.
He pulls out 10 gold.
That's not gonna be enough.
Pulls out 20 gold.
Okay, if you keep doing that, I'm gonna tell you gotta do that 3 more times.
21.
You gotta do that 3 more times, and then I'll do it.
He pulls out 40 gold, 47 gold in particular, so he has a nice round number of 50 gold.
So you put 50 gold down, yeah?
Essentially.
Yeah, he goes, all right, okay, there you go. That's enough. So, right. I'm going to get my laser cutter and I'm going to divide this into 2. And you said you wanted to upgrade a whip. Is that it?
Or if Potentially, yeah. I don't have the whip on me, but if you had a whip on here, that was pretty decent.
No, I only carried the one, and someone bought that. I think the last that was with you, actually. So, I mean,
Yeah,
if
I
you
would-
bring that to me, I can upgrade it for you with this and the payment.
Can I just pay you to make another whip too?
I don't have the materials for that.
Fuck!
The fuck out of my shop.
Damn it!
This
That's-
crafting system is so complicated.
Hold on. How long does it take for us to get from the black market back to this base?
About 15, 20 minutes. It's not super far because you're basically in the exact same district as where this is. You just got like to essentially think of it as walking a couple of blocks. Really, that's how far you travel.
Elena will talk to Freya and be like, "Why don't we have someone go get the whip? Let's send Flipmark."
As you say that, Adonis makes his way up to you, Freya, and he goes, "What are you looking for, mate?"
A whip that can be upgraded.
I mean, if you maybe think about that offer I gave you, I can see about giving you all kind of weapons.
I feel like you're being propositioned.
You are.
He was propositioned in the first episode. Oh God, I just realized what I just fucking said.
Freyr will think big and hard about this. He's already separated half of his rock, and for essentially a form of payment. He'll look at Adonis. He'll think back on Tox. He'll say, "You son of a bitch, I'm in."
He reaches out with his robotic arm and says, "You got to shake, mate. Is how the deal was made round here."
Careful, you don't lose that arm. And he shakes the hand back.
He's like, "I've already lost it. I don't feel anything in it."
Listen, you have the king of simps right here. Just take
true,
it.
yeah.
So,
When you mentioned Flipnork going to do this thing, did you say that out loud or?
yeah.
No, she was just talking to Freya.
Okay, so he would have heard that.
So Flipnock wouldn't have
no,
heard
no,
that.
No, you wouldn't have heard of Flip.
Would
Oh,
would
okay.
not have. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's
So-
gonna use telepathy
Yeah.
if she can. She's not gonna use the other unless it's
Yeah.
out of her range.
He's just listening right now.
Yeah. So, Adonis shakes your hand. What I would like you to do, somewhere on your sheet, probably in your bio, I would like you to put occupation freelance gladiator.
Occupation simp.
No, not occupation
That's it.
simp. That's a flaw, not an
That's a
occupation.
subclass.
That's a hobby.
That's a bond when you
I
think
feel
about
like
it.
No, it
subclass.
only becomes a flaw when you spend $1,000 on a porn video.
On one lady?
Exactly.
The simp warlock.
Is the here's the
Simple
thing.
look.
He's like, Freyr isn't actually like he's not like super simp. He's just like he just cares, and it's like
He's pretty simp.
So,
I can make do without a magical weapon because I already hit pretty hard. But
what you now need to do is just somewhere in your sheet had occupation for freelance gladiator.
I do have that on my sheet.
And now, Adonis, after shaking your hand, he says, "All right, well, what I can do is I'll set you up a fight for a few nights from now. How does that sound?"
Can you get me one a little sooner?
I mean, I can get you a fight tomorrow night if you want.
Or looks at Guile and says, will that last until tomorrow night, and I'll come back immediately."
He looks at you and he ums and ahs and goes, maybe. I mean, I can put, if you want, I can put your piece in one of my preservers. It'll keep it going, but I charge a renting fee for you keeping it in the preserver. That'll be another 5 gold.
Or looks sad if he does it.
Okay, yeah, and then he says, all right, that'll buy you at least a day to keep your piece on ice.
It gives him a thumbs up. We're gonna fucking die.
So
I was gonna say
Adonis,
you're gonna come back tomorrow and it's gonna be gone.
so you have a fight set up for Adonis tomorrow night. At this point, Adonis would notice Flip and would immediately rush away from Freya over to Flipnork and says, I ain't seen a Salo Sapien in years.
Oh, hey, what's up, dog? I haven't seen one of you before. By one of you, I mean you.
Have you taken a bunch of blows to the head already?
Well, yeah, kinda, but you know how it goes.
All right. I'm Adonis, the champion maker, and I can make you a lot of money, buddy.
Really? I
Yeah.
like the sound of champion maker.
Yeah.
Do you like? Are you all about making people stronger?
Yeah, I am, and making money from those people.
You know what? I think you and me could be friends.
Oh, I like the sound of that. He reaches out and he offers you his robotic hand. Do you take his robotic hand?
Hell yeah! Big handshake, big firm.
Roll me
Squeeze.
athletics.
All right.
Elena is just looking up
Yes.
at the ceiling, going.
Okay, so you give it a strength, you give it a go, but then you notice he goes harder than you, and you actually feel that he is like crushing your hand. He rolled a 10 with a +5, so he got 15 and you got 12. So he's actually being stronger than you right now.
Whoa, you got a killer grip, dude.
Yeah,
I gotta
I do.
come at you with more next time.
Yeah.
Oh. So so how exactly do you make people stronger around here?
Well,
how
I
do you
make
do
him
that?
fight other people for money.
That would do it.
But he places his arm over you and he goes, "Guy like you're not in it for the money, are you, buddy?"
I'm in it for the glory, man.
All right, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do you a
What?
special. I'm going to do you a special. You don't need to worry about the money. I'll take the money, you take all the glory. How about that?
Here's the thing. That does sound like a deal I would normally take, but it seems like I'm gonna need money for weapons around here for our missions.
Hey, no, don't you worry about that.
Under the sea. Under the sea.
Under the sea.
It's not headcanon. That's how it
My
happens.
steamrollers are better. My head is much better.
What was that Will Smith movie where he was a
Shark
fucking
Tale.
fish? Yeah,
Shark
right.
Tale, yeah.
You remember Shark Tale had like a weird like Shark Tale version of Car Wash? For some reason, that's just playing in my
God.
head now. Christina Aguilera Car Wash.
What, Shark Wash? Was that it?
No, it was called Car Wash. It was just with sharks.
Okay, I could have sworn they actually renamed it to Shark Wash.
No. So he then looks at you and he gives you a smile and he goes, "Oh no, big tough guy like you don't need weapons. Look at you, you're a strapping shark. You'd rip them apart with those big teeth of yours. You don't need weapons. What I want you to do is I want you to roll insight because he's trying to persuade you.
Oh yeah. Trying to fucking. What do I have on the side? Oh, actually, that's right. That's actually one of my.
Oh, so you just met him. So you feel like I feel like I'm being conned a little bit here.
Yeah.
But you're not quite sure.
Dog, I see what you're doing. This isn't my first time. I get it though. I understand though. Money's money. It's more important to other people than it really is to me. But, gotta get some of the material stuff sometimes,
All right. I can see you're a smart shark. All right, how about this? 70-30. How about that?
You know what? I'm totally cool with that.
All right, you can take 30. I'll keep the 70. Deal's done, brother.
Oh no, that's actually what I thought you meant. I'm cool with that.
Good. He then dusts off his robotic hand and he goes, "How do you feel about fighting bear men?"
Turns around, just looks straight at Fred.
Why do I feel like I know where this is going?
Elena's just looking up at the ceiling.
The ceiling.
And up, whatever is the top of this.
The
There's a
sky.
ceiling, sky. That's fine. She's looking up.
Just for clarification.
Yeah.
So the previous map is the ship, correct?
No,
Yeah.
there is no ship. You're not on a
not a
ship.
ship. Okay, it's not a ship.
headquarters.
It's
just
a military barracks that
Just
on
a
the
base.
out
Got
yes
it.
it's a military barracks that on the outside looks like a disheveled, unused, abandoned factory. It's in the same part of the city as where you are now. It's in the kind of the shipping district essentially, but it's not on a ship. Right, so what I want you to do is the exact same thing that that Alex has done. On your sheet, probably in your bio, put occupation freelance gladiator.
Hell yeah. Let's see.
Fucking morons.
I appreciate that the moment Freya talks to this guy without Tox around, he is so in. But when Freya, when Tox was around, he was like, "Oh, I can't." But she's gone, he's in because he wants the money to get the presents because he's a good boy.
When the waifu is not there.
Yeah.
Because in Freya's mind, like legitimately Freya's thinking is that without Tox, he wouldn't have a life. So really, his life doesn't matter too much.
Oh no. But yeah, he has asked you, Devon. He's asked Flipnork, how do you feel about fighting a bear man? And you looked.
I think, he looked straight at him and went, I feel like I know where this is going.
Hey, come on, it'll be a good show. It's always good when your two kinds, meet in the ring.
So, you just want us to duke it out?
Yeah.
Just want to be sure you're not talking about any other bear types around here.
No.
Got it. Yeah, if he's all right with it.
Elena is reaching into Flipnork's mind and saying, "Be sure this isn't to the death."
Oh, actually, this isn't like to the death or anything, right? Because
No.
Okay, good. I think I'd get in trouble for just like if either of us, went a little too far. In our
Oh,
bad.
no. You don't need to worry about that. Once you make me some money, once we get you up in the ranks, once your name gets out there a little bit, they don't put you in the death matches.
Oh, dang.
But for now, we keep you in
Elena
the
is now yelling in Flipnork's head, "No death matches!"
Well, we'll see about negotiating later.
Yeah, we'll see about negotiating later. I'm thinking maybe 80-20 instead. We'll work about that later, though. But I gotta go.
Hey, wait, I thought we signed that.
We didn't sign anything. We should, but don't worry about it.
I guess that's true.
But anyway,
You got me.
I'm gonna go. I got some contacts to speak to. Got some fights to set up. You and the polar bear man Freya over there. So you do what you need to. You need me. He then hands you a card. It says Adonis, a champion maker, and it's got like a phone number on the back. It says, you need me. You just you give me a call, all right? How about that?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
All right. He then points a finger gun at Freya behind Eleanor and goes, "Don't worry, mate. I've got your back. Don't worry. I'm sure you'll be a real champion. Beat the shit out of everyone you fight, including this guy."
That'd be pretty
What
cool.
I'd say. He will immediately look at Flipnork and Elena and say, "Please don't tell Tox."
Elena's
About the fight?
Elena's
Everything.
actually gonna use the sending piece and just send to the both of them.
Oh
You
yeah.
two are honestly going to do this. It might be better to have me by your side to at least make better deals for you. You two don't know how to argue.
Are you gonna be the Don King for them?
He's gonna be the manager. She is now the manager.
Wait, do you want to be my agent?
Sure.
Does that mean I'm the card girl later on?
Yes, you are. 110%. You're gonna be the card girl. You and 17 are gonna be the card girl.
Reaches out to Elena with a big hand, ready to shake it. Do you proceed to shake?
She will shake. She's not going to initiate a very hard handshake. Please do not do that to Elena.
No, it's okay.
So bad.
I don't need to squish any tentacles.
Initiate.
Do not squish the crystal.
And she'll look at Freya and she'll be like, and she'll just send to the both of them. I will basically be the manager for you guys and try not to get both of you killed.
Sounds good to me.
Frey doesn't seem to care about that statement. He's more just like, as long as you don't tell Tox anything, that'll be fine.
Okay, she'll rephrase that. She's gonna be like, "I'll be your manager, so you don't get killed and Tox doesn't become sad."
Oh,
Are these fights like televised or something?
Probably on some underring.
Frey's like, I don't know if she'd be sad if I died. I don't know yet.
On that note,
Okay, no, real quick,
That's
real
too
quick.
harsh, buddy.
Elena is actually going to slap him with a tentacle over his head.
roll me an attack. Roll me just you know what? No, just roll me straight strength because you're doing it with like at your hand. So roll me straight strength, please.
20.
Your AC is higher than 3, so you do not actually reach him. You just kind of miss.
She'll just point the tentacle in his face and she'll be like, "Don't be stupid."
Come on, buddy. That's
care.
too harsh.
All right. On
I
that,
don't think she wants me to die.
No. Here's the thing. I do give a shit about, like, Elena does give a shit about Freya fighting. She just doesn't want either of them to fight in the death.
yeah. I mean,
That's
I get
a
it.
fucking
Yeah.
lie.
Anyway,
Frey also looks like I probably could have worded that better. I think more that she'd get over it faster than everyone else.
I don't think that that's true either, though, dog. I haven't been here long, but it seems like she does care about you a lot.
I'm sure she cares.
on that statement,
Phasing
we're going to move. Yeah, we're going to just get rid of you a second because you're not here. Right. So.
It's dark. I don't know where we are.
Right. We will go back to
Why
you.
does it smell fishy in here?
What?
You shit your pants.
We will go back to you once we went through everyone else. But so 17. After the group went, Tuck kind of comes up to you, datapad in hand, and says, "Right, if you just want to follow me, we're gonna go into I guess your medical bay, and we'll run through some tests and everything, see if we can't get to the bottom of a bunch of stuff for you."
Sounds good to me.
And then, whoop, she's gonna go into there. Right. Okay. So, I went through some of the some of your findings, and something does concern me a little bit, and that's that no matter how far I dig, there doesn't seem to be any information about what your model was intended for. I'm a little bit concerned about that. Do you have any memory from when you came off of the production line by any chance?
I don't really.
What is your earliest memory?
Honestly, I think my earliest memory is just waking up. Like I think there are fragments, like being able to recall like things around me. But to know what they were or where I was or what I was doing, it's hard to say. It's like they're fragments. Like they're muddled in a fog.
What I might have to do, I don't think we'll have time now, but I might have to try and shut you down completely and see if I can run a defrag on your hard drive, see if I can try to find what's going on. Because it seems like there's some kind of missing information about you. And the fact that you don't remember either has me a bit concerned about what may have happened to you prior to your actually awakening. Because I've looked up your statistics and everything about your software, your hardware, everything that you're equipped with, and even your baseline settings. But it's a bit doesn't make sense. Parts of you seem like they're fit for military purpose. Parts of you feel like they've been fit for bodyguarding roles. Other parts seem like you're actually just meant for laboring work. And I can't quite understand why it's all together, because it's not from different like iron forged. It's still from one iron forged. But why would you have a line model that had all of this on it? It doesn't quite make sense to me. I mean, I've seen some models that specialize in multiple fields, but not one as quite diverse as you.
Perhaps I was a custom order at some point
Yeah, but here's...
for someone that wanted something extremely specific.
Yeah, but the thing about that is, if that's the case, the fact that you've got, like... The fact that the data has been wiped, that's kind of what concerns me, or at least it looks like it's been wiped. Like, you've got no memory other than when you awoke, and you've got nothing else in here. Like, if you were a custom job, there'd be something that I could trace back to maybe where you were actually manufactured. But it's not there. So the only thing I can think of that if you were a custom job is that you're an illegal custom mod.
I don't like the idea of being shut down. Like, just simply because of the fact that what if I don't wake back up?
I mean, I do understand that from individuals that have awakened. The idea of being shut down for any period of time feels like they might never get back up. But I'm not going to completely break you down or destroy you or anything. I'm just going to shut you down, insert basically what I already inserted, and see what I find. See if I can't defrag your memories. The only thing I would say is that if that happens, when you wake back up, you might get like a rush of memories. Listen, if you're not comfortable with being shut down, I won't. And I can't for legal reasons. But all I'm saying is that if you want to try to find out some of these answers, the only way I can currently think of doing it is shutting it down, running a defrag, trying to see if I can't find fragments of memory or code that might point in the direction. That's what I'm saying.
If 17 could, they would let out a heavy sigh before eventually nodding and saying, let's get it over with then.
Well, I can't do it now because I can't guarantee. Like, here's the thing. It won't be a long period of time, but defragging a complex mechanism like your mind and trying to find any code that might point to what your intended purpose was, that's going to take some time. I mean, anywhere from 7-8 hours to 24.
When would you recommend we do this then?
Time when you're free, I guess.
Well, as of right now, we don't have a mission. We're waiting to get information back from our previous one, so we have nothing but free time at the moment.
I get that, but what I'm saying is if I take you offline for this, I need a guarantee that there's at least 24 hours where I can have you not back online. Because if I try to pull you back online and the defragmentation process isn't fixed, or I don't find the code, well, stopping that midway through could lead to more defrag. And then you might start to lose parts of your own created personality.
I guess the only way to find out if we have time is to talk to Hector about when our next mission is going to be. And if we have the time, then we should get it done and over with.
Alright, listen, I gotta get clearance for this from Hector anyway, because of your rank, so what I want you to do is I want you to, like, sit tight here, try to see if you can't do anything to try and gain any kind of idea of what might have happened. Like, try to think back through your memories, see if you can come up with anything. Because I gotta get the go ahead from Hector anyway. So, just try to maybe come up with something so I don't have to. Okay?
Okay, I will do my best.
And then she leaves the room. Right, what I want you to do, roll me a history check, please, Kara.
Okay.
No, you've got nothing. Okay. Tara, are you that? You didn't go on Be Right Back. That was Alex that went on Be Right Back, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so what would have happened is during this time, Hector would have just been going over some basic training stuff with you. As Tucky comes over, she goes to say something to him, and you see the lights flash on his helmet, probably indicating that maybe he's messaging something to her in some way, but you can't hear it, is essentially what's going on. He then turns back to you and says, okay, Tucky requires me soon to talk some, business, essentially. For now, let us see what we can try to come up with in the meantime. So please, follow me into the armory. And he goes into the armory. They then take a place at the kind of holographic screen kind of setting, and gestures for you to kind of go to the other side.
Which I would.
Okay. Alright, so, to get an understanding of where we take you forward with training and how we develop what skills you have, I need to know more about you, not things that are written in your file, not things to do with how you perform in a fight or what crimes you've committed. I need to understand, first and foremost, how you learn. Are you someone that requires that I show you how to do something? Would you rather I tell you how to do something? Or would you rather I point you in the direction to learn yourself, provide you with data pad analysis or holograph videos?
Well, I mean, I've taught myself pretty much everything I know.
You
So
taught yourself?
Yeah, I didn't exactly have a standard upbringing.
That is interesting, because there is not anything on your file in regards to your upbringing. Can you elaborate on that?
I am not really sure what to say. I lived out in the streets.
I see. So, self-reliant.
Yeah, pretty much.
Interesting. Again, your file didn't really mention that, but then again, we don't have much of a record of you before coming into age. So,
Yeah.
what were you doing during that time?
Well, I was a slave for most of that time, doing whatever they needed me to do.
Obviously, if this is too much, you don't need to answer this, but do you know who was behind that? Your enslavement? That's up to you. If you want to know who was behind your enslavement, by all means, please do. If you want to say that you actually don't know who is behind your enslavement, I will let you do what you feel is best for your character.
I don't think I ever really got, a name of who owned me, if that's what you mean. Maybe that's why I started fighting back against those kinds of people. Hoping that one day maybe I would hit the right guy.
I mean, I don't want to get your hopes up or anything, but we do have a lot of information on individuals like that, and the associated rings that we have knowledge about. I'm just going to say that if you ever want to use the facility to try to find that, you're more than welcome. I can't promise that we'll have all the information, or that we'll know who they are, or even if they're still out there or still alive. But if you want to try to use what we have to work that out, it's available to you.
I'll keep that in mind, but I'll try not to have it distract me too much.
That's a good choice. Right, but where were we? Learning styles. So you would prefer maybe if I gave you something that would explain how to learn something, and then you learnt on your own. Is that what you're telling me?
I don't know if I'd prefer it, but it's the only way I really know how to do anything.
Is there a particular way you would prefer to try?
I have no idea.
We can always run through a few different things, see if anything works, and go from there.
I mean, that sounds fine to me, but, you know, you've got other obligations at the moment. Maybe we should just, I don't know, cut to the chase here.
Fair enough, if you want to get straight to the point. Obviously, I wish to improve you to get to the point where you can go for a leadership position, and we can go from there. But I also need to know what you want to do. What skills are you looking for from this, other than leadership?
Well, I mean, I guess the way I fight, it's more of a mental link between body and mind. You know, both working in unison. Absolute pure focus on it. Not sure when I started fighting like that, but it's just always been the way I do things. If there's some way to, like, I don't know, further hone that kind of connection, maybe clean my brain up a bit, if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense. We can work on honing a mental strength. I mean, I have a lot of experience in that. The Psi Mage orders, they focus on that, on treating the strength of your mind before the strength of your body. We can try to use Psi Mage techniques to improve your own mental fortitude. It'll take a bit of tweaking, obviously. These are meant for individuals of a Psi Mage nature, but we can take those learning practices and adapt them and see about improving your own mental fortitude.
I would lift my hat up using my own psionics. I mean, like, I do have some small level of psionics, so it's not like this is completely foreign to me.
Oh, no, it's not, but, a Psi Mage receives very specific training to focus on that talent, even more so than those born with it. I was born with my talents, but the dedication of my training is what furthered it to, well, I guess, the peak of its potential. You have the potential based on who you are and your latent abilities, but what we can do is we can take that a step further. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. These are training regiments that were essentially boiled into my brain, and it'll be the same for you.
It's worth a shot, Hector. I'm curious to see what kind of style that might be.
Right, so I'm going to break character for a second. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to gauge what you would like to learn from this. So I'm going to offer a certain amount of time that you work with Hector is going to essentially, over a period of days, give you an ASI. But I want you to think what you want from that. So do you want to work with him and boost your stats? Like, essentially, like I said, it'll be an ASI. So do you want to work with him to boost stats? Or do you want to work with him to gain a feat? So you don't need to know that right now, but we've already spoke that essentially Hector is going to try to teach you the training methods that were taught to them when they were becoming a Psi Mage. And we will use that and flavor it to give you what you would like. But
Yeah, they're bad.
yeah, so if you have an idea of what you would like, I don't want you to say, because I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but if you're certain on what you would want, you can message me, and then I can make sure that I apply that into your training. But what we're going to do is we'll start building the role play blocks for that. But that is where I think we'll leave that situation for now, because what happens is you notice that there is a flashing on a gauntlet on Ector's arm, and they quickly turn to the side and excuse themselves, saying, "Oh, sorry, excuse me, I need to take this." And then as they go to take that, we are going to hop. If everyone's back from the marketplace, we're going to hop from the marketplace. I know we had Caitlin.
Wait, no. Elena had something to do there. She was going to talk to the.
Yeah, we're going
info
back. Yeah, we're going back there. That's what I was saying.
Oh, I thought you mean if everyone was back from the marketplace.
No. We're going back to the marketplace. I just wanted to make sure that everyone that's there, so Alex, Devon, and you are actually back, so that we can do what we're doing.
Back, yeah.
Yeah, he said be right back.
Okay, all right, that's fine, because I wasn't sure actually who was back or not. So we'll just if anyone wants
Flip Nork back to the past.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Yeah,
you
we
now.
can hear you.
There we go. Right, so we come back. You've now made your little deal with Adonis, the champion maker, and he's going to go and set up some fights for you. You mentioned, Elena, that...
Is this fight going to be before we leave for the mission? Or
No. He said tomorrow night is when he's going to set up Freya a fight. He hasn't given you a date on when he's going to set up your fight, but he has said that he's going to set up a date for Freya's fight tomorrow night.
Okay. I thought the implication was that we were going to fight each other.
You're going to, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be the fight that Freya's going to have set up for tomorrow night. But he is 100% going to set up a fight. He's indicated that he's going to set up a fight for you two, together. But that might not necessarily be the first fight that Freya has, is what I'm saying.
All right.
Okay, so yes.
Who keeps popping up the words? Alex?
That's actually not me.
What words? I'm confused.
Back to the past.
Back to the past, Flip Nork. Elena Nenela. Gunman McGee.
Where is that? I can't even see it.
Look at us.
Let me move my thing.
Oh, yeah, I see them now. I'll get rid of them.
Who is it though?
I don't know, but I'll get rid of them.
I mean,
Tara.
maybe Alex.
I don't think it's Tara. It's not Tara.
Kara.
Well, Kara said be right back, so I don't believe it's her either.
Damn, what the fuck?
I bet
That sounds like maybe
That's
Alex.
actually not me.
it's secretly Devon. I know it.
It
All right.
is
Not.
Tara, then.
I listen. I can't do text.
Okay.
I can't write. I can't
well,
read.
let's move on from that. Right. So, Elena, I'm guessing this is you wanting to go to the information broker. Yeah.
Yeah. She'll just reach out to the both of them with the sending and be like, "Can I trust you two to stay here and behave yourselves while I go see someone real quick?"
Absolutely, dog.
Freya just kind of nods.
Roll deception. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. I know you can.
Oh god, I was about to shit myself.
Right. So, Elena,
Okay.
do what you wish to do.
Yeah, she's just like, "I'm trusting you," and then she puts away.
And then Freya looks at Flip. Flip looks at Freya, and they do the "when Mom's not home" meme.
No. Do
No,
not.
Freya would actually probably just go and sit up against this wall and wait.
Oh, he's a waiting bear.
I will follow.
He's a waiting bear. He sits on the floor and he waits.
I'll sit on that side.
The shark just sits on there as well. Right. Okay. So you go up to Shakai. The
We look like
information.
we're ready to collect the toll from anyone trying to get in.
You look like you're the bouncers.
Yeah.
So, all right, you go up to Shakai. You see her that she's got some goggles on, and she seems to be doing welding on the back of a data slate. A data slate is essentially just like an iPad.
Yeah.
So you can see that she's doing that. What do you do?
I'm gonna wait for her to finish the welding real quick.
She seems to be taking a long time welding.
Okay, then Elena will just send to remind, whenever you have a minute, I would like to speak with you. If that's
Oh.
okay.
You see, her head jolts up as you as you speak, and she pulls off the goggles and kind of blinks. She goes, "Sorry, yes, Elena, right? Elena,
Elena, yes.
Elena, yeah, right, okay. Yeah, how can I help you?
I know Hector was supposed to reach out to you about hopefully a deal for information. I have some of the money right now.
Oh, yes, the scientists, right?
Yes.
All right. Like I said, we're gonna have to pay off a certain amount of people. We're gonna have to do a few back doors, if you get what I mean. Trying to get intelligence on someone that actually is connected to some kind of a corporation, is a bit more risk to it. So, like I said, it's gonna have to be 600 gold.
Did Hex out of character? Did Hector not talk to her?
No, Hector said to you that if you give her 200 gold, you may be able to get some information, and it may be like a down payment type of situation, is what he was hinting at.
All right. Would I be able to give you a down payment of 230 gold to get information on one of them, and then start paying you more?
Roll me persuasion.
Oh, please let this be good.
You just met like the low end of it, so she goes, all right, okay, all right, what we'll do is we'll do this. You pay me the 230 gold. I will start the process, but like the moment that runs out in terms of bribes, I have to stop. You get what I'm saying?
She nods, and she'll hand over the 230 gold.
Right, so give me the names again, and then you notice she then turns on the data slate that she has, and roll me perception.
Dang it, I was getting the names. Oh, you said that.
That's right. You notice that for a moment there appears to be the symbol that represents the military organization you're part of, the AAF, the Astral Armed Forces, but then that flickers into something else, but you can't quite see what the other thing is. But you know for a second you see on the data slate that there is AAF on there. All right, so yeah, give me the names, and then she pulls it up and you can see she's typing stuff.
Okay, Mithril Duskbloom and Shiora Duskbloom.
All right, cool. Right, okay. So, like I said, this is a down payment. This starts the ball rolling, but the moment this dries up in terms of, backhanders, bribes, threats, intimidation, the moment this isn't enough from that, I'm going to stop. And then the investigation can only continue when you supply me more. This won't actually be my payment. You'll have to pay me later on. You get me?
She nods, and she'll be like, I'll get you more gold as soon as I can.
All right, wonderful. Give me, like I said, I can't guarantee how long this is going to last because the people I've got to bribe for this kind of stuff is quite high. But I'll do what I can, and if you come back to me and say, come back to me at least 48 hours, give me at least 48 hours, I can at least start the ball rolling. You get me?
Thank you.
She just gives a nod, and as she nods, she flips the goggles back down.
Elena will put back.
Right. As you are backing, everyone in the group. So you can move where you want to. It's fine.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Everyone in the group. So everyone here, everyone in the other room, back at base. You all get a message through your sending. Necklaces, you're sending neck mics, you're sending earpieces, whatever you have that's connected to it, you get a message. Now this message is kind of distorted because you notice that it's not actually them. It's not the technology. It is someone is using something with the technology to contact you. So it's a bit distorted, but it goes as follows. The units, something has come up. I need you back at the base immediately.
Okay. Elena will motion to the boys and let's go back.
17 has gone on a rampage.
Ah, finally.
Frere is moving towards the base of the wall. He is concerned with-
Flipnork is the first one she kills.
Right, so gonna
First one they
copy.
kill.
Yeah.
Gonna copy and paste here.
Yeah, Frere's heading back just pretty quickly, pretty swiftly.
Right.
Elena's putting behind.
Right, so you would come back in. As that message got sent to you, Tox, he would gesture for you to follow him through into the main room. 17, you would have got the message as well. Your message wouldn't have been as distorted as the others, but yeah. He stops over here.
Is everything okay?
I'll wait for everyone to get around to explain what's going on, but there has been a development, a strange one, to say at the very least. Devon, are you there?
Yeah.
Because Flip's just standing down there at the moment.
Oh.
I gotta move my token?
Yeah,
Tokens.
Fabio.
Oh no.
Right, so once you all get together, Hector crosses his arms and goes, "This is going to sound a bit strange, but, well, Accelerator Industries has requested our assistance in investigating a murder that took place in one of their factories."
Was it the factory we were just at?
Yes.
Whoa.
Who was murdered?
A security guard was found in a crate with an arm missing. There appears to be signs of, he looks directly at Freya, burglary that has taken place, and possible signs of hacking that has taken place on some of their loader bots.
Whoa. That sounds crazy.
They have
We should
also...
help them stop whoever did
I
that.
wonder who has the skills to do that. I mean, spending time with all of us, we're not very qualified.
Elena's just got a tentacle over her eyes and she's just shaking her head.
Flipnork is confused.
So,
Don't ask questions, Flipnork.
what are we supposed to do about it?
Well, basically they have contacted the AAF about what went on because they believed it might have been a terrorist activity. We are being invited to their newest building, and, well, the individual running that new building wants to speak to us personally because they want our commitment to try to find out what has happened and to get to the bottom of it. So essentially, we are investigating our own crime.
Whoa.
Here's,
Dead people can't commit crimes.
here's a question. Do we have to take them up on it? Like, how serious is the request?
Well, someone has pulled some strings because this came from my superior directly.
Oh.
So, we'll come up with a plan of how to deal with this. But honestly, the first step is that we should accept this invitation, go to this new building. It's not even unveiled yet. I didn't even realize it was there, if I'm honest. We'll go there and we'll take it one step at a time from there is what I suggest.
So this is we get there, and then you all realize the only way to get out of this is that you have to frame someone for the murder. So you throw me under the
Wait,
bus.
Elena's gonna like reach out to everybody using the mic and go, is there a chance this is a trap?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, do they know it's us, and that's why they're requesting us?
Did you guys like delete any security footage or anything like that?
Elena
think
will look at
that's not-
17 and Tox and Hector.
That sounds like a no.
We tactfully looks at Freya. tactfully found a way to short-circuit their CCTV system before we entered the building. This is a reminder that you poured water over the CCTV data link.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't know if there would have been another one somewhere else or other cameras on different devices. There could have been something
Well,
else.
that's just what he's answering to Flipknot's question. You don't know if that's the case, but Flipknot asked, did you do anything for the CCTV? And the honest answer is Ector saying that you did tactfully put down the CCTV. You don't know if there's any other CCTV, but you know for a fact that you did that.
I'm just gonna throw out there. If they don't have. Do they have any? Do they already have suspects, or did they just list it as a terrorist organization?
They just listed the information I was presented was just stating that they listed it. They believe it was a terrorist attack, or
Okay, so they don't know who actually did this. I say we sneak in and we do some investigations, and we totally are innocent, 100%.
all I know is that they want us to go to their new building in the city and to talk to one of their officers, the manager of that building, and get some information from them regarding it so that we can show that we're willing to work with them. They may even believe that this is a corporation war trying to get rid of, assets, or a gang war. There's a lot of different things that they...
Corporate espio.
Yes, corporate espionage. It is a common thing among these type of corporations. They always do it to one another.
As long as they don't have any specific suspects, then I think there's no reason to not take it.
As of right now, I'm not aware of any suspects. My higher-ups simply said that our next mission is to attend a meeting with one of the higher-ups in a new office building for Accelerator Industries, stating that an individual that worked for them was found murdered on one of their bases, and that there were several signs of some kind of intruder, some kind of hacking going on, and that the individual was missing an arm. Now, I do find something interesting. In all the report that they sent to me, there was no mention about the underground. No one mentioned the below levels, the basement, the caves, the snake people. I know one of our ghost operatives did manage to get a hold of, well, not an entire body, but fragments of one. So we do have some DNA to run through that. We're working on that as we speak. But if they didn't mention it, then maybe they don't know that we went down there.
I would doubt that.
I think they know
might...
we went down there. They just don't want to expose it because if they would...
Yes, it might not just be on official reports.
Also, I don't know if there's any particular way to tie us to there. They didn't ask for us specifically. They went to my boss, and my boss then asked for us.
How many other units are there?
I can't give that information out, I'm afraid, Flipknot.
Okay, well, is it over 100?
I cannot give that information.
Oh, dang.
We operate
That's specific, huh? Okay.
We
Fair enough.
operate in cells, Flipknot. I have limited knowledge of all the other cells that operate. All I know is that there are other cells. Even I don't know exactly how many there are. I know a certain number of cells that I have interacted with, but I cannot provide you with those numbers.
I was just asking, if there was enough to where it would actually be a crazy coincidence to pick us of all of them.
There is more than enough that it might be a coincidence, but if you have operated in this industry as long as I have, you learn to believe that coincidences don't exist. Whether that means that they actually know it was us, or whether they just think that, well, AAF was involved.
Did we ever get information off of that cybernetic arm?
It is still decoding, the same with everything else. It seems like where it was pulled, it damaged some of its input ports.
Well, I guess all we can do is go. I mean, if they don't actually, we have to believe that they don't believe we're suspects.
Right, what I need then is that when we go in there, that everyone presents a united front. That we don't give away anything that we had anything to do with this. Listen to what they have to say, and just follow through with it as best we can. If we do end up having to follow through this as a full investigation, well, at that point then we'll have to see about trying to pin the blame on someone else. Like I said, a lot of different things could have done this. A corporation trying to steal secrets, a corporation trying to actively damage them, gangland threats, or just a simple invasion from someone trying to steal from a warehouse. We can work on this, but yes, well, I'll have to contact for transport. So if you give me a few moments, maybe 10-20 minutes, I can try to call something for us.
I won't let them know about anything I did while I was there. Oh, wait.
You weren't
wasn't.
there.
Oh.
Alright.
I guess this'll be easy then.
Alright, you gather yourself together while I try to get transport for the group.
Oh, you know what?
You missed your fucking cue. If you were on stage, if you were the director, I'd be shouting the fuck at you right now.
I was expecting a map transition for it.
No.
You know what? I've actually got transport all taken care of, dog.
Wait, what do you mean you have transport taken care of?
I have access to a magical vehicle.
I'm sorry, what?
Elena's going to look very concerned.
What do you mean you have access to a magical vehicle?
Well, it's probably not smart of me to call it right here, but I could show you guys if you want.
Okay.
Elena will just reach out to Flipmark. Is it handicap accessible?
I can make it work. Don't worry.
Elena just looks down at her wheelchair, very concerned.
Don't worry, I can get you in the back.
Very, very concerned.
Right, so I don't have an outside map, so what we're going to do is we're going to move you down. Oh god, I didn't know that you could do that. That was weird.
Whoa! Laser beams.
I'm gonna move you down to here, and we're just gonna use our theater of the mind skills to pretend that this is outside, because I don't have like a little area for this. Flipnork. First of all, Kara, I'm sorry. Flipnork, do your thing.
I'm gonna post this.
You're not the least bit sorry if you're having to say you're sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Flipnork, do your thing.
I'm gonna post this, but I do have a quick request.
What's your request?
I would like Alex to read the last part of this out loud.
Alex, I want
no.
what he posts. I'm gonna request you read the entire thing.
Okay.
Or
I'll read the entire thing.
at least the entire thing if you want.
He's gonna read the entire thing. Oh, okay, maybe not the entire fucking thing.
No.
I
You can go when it says flavor. You start there.
Okay, flavor.
Flavor. Flipnork summons his magical vehicle. The car Carradin, a 6-seater tricked out with 2 front seats and a 4-seater cargo area in the back. It's got shark tooth decals on the back, a great white shark style shading along the car itself, thin ornaments on the side and small dorsals on the back. There's a small chibi bobblehead shaped like a stylized Flipnork with sunglasses and a shit-eating smirk hanging from the rearview mirror, where you would expect fuzzy dice to be. The back also has a functional game of shark chess to pass the time.
Hell yeah. It does.
And then this.
Yeah.
This.
Imagine it's got the colors that we said it did.
That's just a warthog. That's just a warthog.
It's just a warthog.
It's a transport warthog.
Just a warthog.
It's just a transport warthog called the Car Caradon.
Now, I will say, Hex has to take the
Don't throw me under the bus!
No, hold on. Hex does have the grace of being the one to come up with the name, because I didn't even know that was the name of the Great White Shark.
So, you see, it's funny, because, first and foremost, the Carcharodon is actually a name for great white sharks. Carcharodon, it's a species name. But what we've done, Kara, and you didn't laugh, so I don't think you understood the joke. So I can explain it a bit more to you. See, Carcharodon means shark, and Devon's playing a shark man. But what we did was we made a pun out of the name, because as you can see, Carcharodon is spelled Car Caradon, and it is in fact a vehicle. But because you're not laughing, I still think you don't get it, Kara.
I get it.
You actually need a very high IQ in order to play Tzion.
You actually need to understand Rick and Morty jokes to appreciate this.
You're not putting yourself into a pickle on the daily basis. You're not.
Dog, he turned himself into a pickle. Funniest shit I ever seen.
I could believe that you would think that.
I just despise all of you. Especially Caitlin.
I reiterate, this is not my fault.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
What is the difference between shark chess and dragon chess?
A name. No,
Right.
Devon, you came up with your ideas of what happens.
Yeah, we just spiced it. So, like, I kind of pictured like there is a genuine shark rule set. I'm not gonna like spell out an entire rule set, but it's if you remember, like, if you've seen everybody's seen Star Wars, but if you've seen Djarik from like the first movie where it's like the hollow chess, it's kind of like that where they're just like you're moving pieces and they're actually beating the shit out of each other, and it's actually very violent. It's one of the things I wanted it to be.
Yeah. So it's very violent shark chest.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Kind of like you said, like the Star Wars chest, but also kind of like, that weird chess game that happened in Harry Potter where they like smash through each other, except it's located on a hollow board. Mild concern to
I can see.
Yeah, that's Elena right now. It's going from mild concern to, oh, fuck.
I can see you adding very special details to the image.
Yeah, that's me. I've added the little art to the. There we go. There you go.
Yeah.
See.
The little like light white coat of paint, and we're all good.
So yeah, there we go. There's the
For clarity's sake, just imagine that the back compartment is big enough for 4 people.
Yeah, I know I know technically he needs to cast it at a higher level to get 6. Fuck off, I don't care. He's literally just using this for you guys to transport around. I'm not gonna make him use a massive spell slot for that. It's just a vehicle to get you places. So I'm letting him doing it because fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah.
And flavor and fun always trumps rules. So yeah, you're out in the middle of the road, and all of a sudden this vehicle comes driving itself down the road, and as it goes by, you hear dun 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 dun.
I wish that was my idea.
Elena just stares at the vehicle. Does this vehicle have handicap accessible?
I can get you in. It's okay.
No, that was out of character. I'm asking Hex. I am asking Hex.
It's big enough for you to fit on there. He's gonna have to lift you into place, but it's big enough for you to fit on there.
We and Freya can work team up, get you in there.
Freya will pick up Elena and her wheelchair and all.
Athletics check. How much can you carry based on your strength? Do you know?
Well, so I'm currently at 86, but that's just without being encumbered.
All right. Roll me an athletics check. You're gonna do it, but I want to see
I was strength of 20, so
just fucking drop her on her ass.
For 5e. Carrying capacity for 5e. It is strength score multiplied by 15.
Okay, so you're definitely strong enough to do it, but just
I was
roll
300 pounds.
me athletics. So I want to see like how grandiose you do it.
Aw.
Yeah, you do it pretty grandiose. You're not like lifting it in one arm, but you do it with relative ease with your big bear, meaty bear hands.
I pick up Elena and just plop her in the back of the vehicle. I stuff her in the trunk.
Elena's tentacles have extended, and she's like gripping onto her wheelchair for dear life with her tentacles and her hands.
Hex, for the sake of convenience, even though I didn't run it by you, can we say that since it is a magic car, that maybe one of the seats can be not necessarily removed, but like taken out, like
put down.
You could,
so that the wheelchair
like you
can
would
go.
have.
Yes,
Yeah.
you could do that. It's fine. It could be like one of those vans where you flip down the chair and you push it back and you've suddenly got a bit of extra space. That's fine. That's not even magical. That's something that real life vehicles have. I'll let you have that. So, do you all board the car Caradon?
The question: who wants to sit up in the front with me?
I've already boarded Elena. I'm gonna probably sit in the back, probably near Elena to make sure that if she goes tumbling out, I can catch her.
Does anyone want to call shotgun? Is what Devon's asking.
Yeah,
I will take shotgun.
I nominate Hector for shotgun.
Oh.
You know, being the leader and all.
17 said that they want it. That they're gonna get it, and Hector's gonna go in the back.
Cara throws
Elena
herself
would
on
like
the
to
sword.
call a different vehicle, please.
No, you're stuck with the car Caradon now.
Yeah.
Elena is looking at Hector, and she just sends a little message.
It's got like little things to keep your wheelchair in place. It's locking you in.
But I'm looking how this is, and Elena's just gonna be up there, and it is very frightening.
So
It doesn't look exactly like
the moment you message Hector, he just does that thing. You know that meme of the guy waves at the girl, and then the guy leans in and just shakes his head. Just Hector's doing the shaking of the head right now. He's just like.
Elena's just
he's got like his arms on his shoulders in like a Superman pose with a big smile, like
he's just like, no, death take me right now.
he's so proud.
Can we say that before we leave that I reloaded my
Shotgun.
clip?
Yes, we would say that because you would have done that. Like, I'm not gonna punish you for something. Like, I'm not gonna punish you for not saying that in like a simple encounter like this. I'm not gonna, right.
Okay.
So, yes.
Elena's just gonna reach out to Hector and be like, "Can he drive?"
He then turns to you, Hector, and goes, "Can you drive this?"
My car? Well, yeah.
Can you drive it without killing anyone?
I will do my best.
Elena is just like, how do I get out? Please, how do I get out?
You can't get out. All four of us drags you out, and only two of us just strong enough to do that.
The moment you say that line, Devon, Hector immediately hooks in like the safety devices. He straps the belt in and puts it in, and he's like,
Are there safety devices for Elena back
seat
there?
belts.
Yeah. I said it's got a thing that locks it in the wheelchair, and then like an extra seatbelt.
I'll sit down and I'll look at the seat next to me. Like, do you want to next to me, Fox? I don't know if you have much of a choice, but I can move elsewhere.
Which seat should I take?
The one that's taken or the one that's taken?
"Well, I don't know. Kicking in the back seat, kicking in the front seat. Which seat should you take? I don't know."
Elena will just
These don't necessarily need to be the permanent seating conditions.
No, they don't.
Yeah, Elena's just messaging Tux. I would take any seat outside this vehicle.
Listen, Wheels. It's not going to work for you, okay? Right, so
There is a big concern.
eventually you do get in the car, Caradon, and there is about a 40-ish minute drive, but eventually you do get to the locations. I'm just going to have to move.
While they're driving, he will turn back and be like, "By the way, you might not have noticed, but the little podium in the middle, well, that lets you play shark chess. Now, I've been told that it's actually pretty similar to chess in like other cultures. I think there might be a couple differences, but there is an instruction manual down below. in case any of you want to pass the time.
Do
So,
any of you have
know.
shark chess proficiencies?
No, but I do have.
This is how I think this ride is going to go.
Wait, what did you say there, Tara? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I do have proficiency in Final Fight for the SNES.
Oh, shit! Yeah, that's even better!
That does give you proficiency.
We'll find you a Final Fight of the SNES cartridge, I guess. Right.
Back into the podium.
I ask Flip Nork, if you are what looks to be a Salo Sapien of the Hammerhead variety, why is your vehicle decaled like a great white?
Oh, it's a hand-me-down, but it served me well throughout the years.
The $1 million question. Hold on. If you're a hammerhead, why are you driving a great white shark?
Yeah.
I mean, I bullshitted the answer on the spot, but I think it was all right.
Again, for how this drive goes, please reference the GIF.
Yeah.
Did you not say that I had to roll for like a driving proficiency before we went?
No.
No, I don't mean today. I mean, I thought you had said that when we were planning the car.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
No,
So
'cause
what
you
is
have-
his driving like then?
Right, do you have it on your sheet, don't you? Carried on tool or something, if I remember rightly.
Well, if it was there, it should have actually been.
Okay, don't worry about it this time. Right, so
Okay.
you have about a 40-minute drive. You do safely get off, and you see it's a almost Empire State Building-esque building. It's very new. Like, you can see that some parts of the structure are still being fitted. Like, this is just been completed, kind of new. And like the final finishing touches are being put on it. You do enter into the building, and as you enter in, you see what you see before you. So it's a very wide open, spacious lobby. It's very, like, the ceiling is very high up. It's about 80, 90 feet. At the very central part of the lobby, there is a holographic projector being played, a gigantic one of a business-like figure talking about the business opportunities presented by the new frontier of industry, and how accelerator industries are accelerating their way past the competition. And as you come in, you see that there's a lot of individuals. There seems to be a lot of robots. There seems to be a lot of Iron Forge that are moving their way about the place. They seem to be very simplistic robots. They're there for maintenance. They're there for ensuring that all the final touches are done. They're there for setting up all the data links. They're manual labor robots, essentially. You also see a whole bunch of like elven individuals.
You just put a.
I just no. This isn't just any individual. This is Mike from accounting.
That's not Mike from accounting.
No, it's not.
It is Mike from accounting.
It's
so-
Connor from accounting.
Shut up, Devin.
Oh no!
There's loads.
This fucking suit up. Well, that's fucking render.
These are all elves, by the way.
Okay, no, I have to know. Did you put that hair on him? Did you find that somewhere?
No, I didn't put
Because
that.
that doesn't look like his hair.
I don't know what you're
weird.
talking about this OC did not steal
Oh,
arts.
and you kept the fucking uniform for all of them. You fucking. Oh my god.
I have no fucking clue what you're talking about, Devin.
Right, become elves.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So
Detroit.
Somewhere David Cage is very upset. He doesn't know why. You're ruining the sanctity of my art.
Tara become beaten.
Taro becomes Tzion.
It's so great that you made that joke, and I was like, "Oh, they don't know. They don't know, but they'll know."
I'm not gonna lie. When we first came to the screen, I saw him. I was like, "Is that Connor?"
Yeah.
I'm looking at his hair, and I'm like, that doesn't look like his hair. It looks pasted on. Is that a real render?
It's concept art.
Yeah. I'm looking at it. I'm like, that's not like an official.
And
piece.
this is Fem Connor fan art.
The fucking earrings are gonna kill me.
Listen, I needed a uniform that would be distinct. Yeah.
It's distinct. It's distinctly bland, but it's not your fault.
But that's what I want. I wanted bland, corporate, distinct.
God damn it! You made me laugh so hard. I actually need to pee.
Well, I'm glad I almost pushed you to pissing yourself on stream, Devon.
It's right there. I'll be right back.
You go pee. I'll say the rest of you when we get over Detroit become elves. So there are a lot of individuals walking around, rushing around. Like I said, this place isn't actually open yet, but you can tell that they're getting all the finalization, all the last steps ready. The work that the robots are kind of like the Iron Forge are really doing maintenance type stuff, and you have lots of elves that are of the different brands of elves. You can see some Rift elves in there. You can see some Manaborn. You can even see one or two Forgeborn. They're rushing around and they're trying to get everything ready. Essentially, you do also see the familiar armor of Accelerator Industries guards that seem to be in veritable positions around. And you would all very much see this chonking honker right here, who is about 15 foot tall, quite wide as well. As you can see, they do have a large, heavy Magitech rifle for one of their arms. You can essentially tell that this is, without doing more detail, without actually doing investigations or perception checks, you can tell that this seems to be a security robot, like some kind of guard bot that's maybe protecting the people while the building is being finished. You do also notice that right in front of you, there's a large metal detector. So, you are now in AI Industries' newest base. What do you do?
Become shark.
Flip, become shark. Flip, become Nork.
Become Nork. It was like 1 millisecond of muted mic away from making it.
Yeah. We got it at the same time. It's fine. But yeah, what do you do?
I guess
I'm not gonna do it, but like, I just start screaming, "It wasn't us!"
Shut up. I head through the metal detector knowing full well I'm gonna set it off.
Yep, so the moment you go through the metal detector, and then the guard...
I make a break for it.
This is prejudice.
The guard to the side moves over towards you. This guard moves over towards you as well. And they both would say to you, through the visor of their helmet, sorry, who are you?
I'm 17.
That doesn't answer our question. We'll rephrase since you're being a smart ass. Why are you here? This building isn't operational yet. This is not. We're not ready to allow visitors.
We were requested to come here. My commander is right there, and I point to Hector.
the guard that's speaking to you is specifically the one on, if you're looking at the screen on the right, holds a hand out to you to stop and kind of gestures towards Hector to come over. Hector sweeps through the metal detector and then kind of steps in front of you. And
Does Hector also set it off?
oh yeah, as soon as he goes through, and then we'll talk to the guard and we'll say to them, yes, we're a unit operating under the AAF. I believe an individual from this base, Miss Cyan, she requested that we come here to discuss an incident. I don't want to go into further details. If you look, we should be being expected. I believe the name under the invitation is my own, Hector, Night Sergeant, AAF. Could you just check for us? He goes quiet for a moment. Hold on. You keep your people here. Don't come in any further. Don't do anything stupid. I'm going to go and I'm going to check with one of the operations managers, and we're going to see if this is correct, because I haven't been informed about any of this. So you stay here with your people, and like I said, don't do anything stupid. We have a high-tech guard bot up there, and any wrong move, and we do have the means at our disposal to take action. So just stay here. The guard then wanders off to go and speak to the individual at the desk. Tox, are you going through as well?
I'm gonna walk through, yeah.
Do you have any metal on you?
Presumably.
Goes off. You see that the guard that has taken a step back and reaches for his light rifle, and he's not aiming it at you, but he's getting it because he's noticing that all of you that are going through are setting this metal detector off. So, Right, so we've had Tox go through, Hector go through, and 17 go through. Freya, are you going to join the group in going through? Flipnork, same goes to you.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I am eating though, so
That's fine. That's fine. I just wanted to know that you're going through. Okay. I believe Caitlin's on Be Right Back, so we're just gonna say that she goes. It just goes off multiple. Every time you go through and anyone's got metal, just.
They're just really fucking anxious when it goes off for all of us. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, it's gonna go off for all of you. The guard kind of, like I said, he's in a battle ready stance. He's like pushing the butt of the gun into his shoulder to try and get into a comfortable position for if he needs to start firing on you, he'll start firing on you. Is anyone going to try to alleviate this individual's nature, try to calm them down, or are you just gonna?
Did you want to do a cavity search? To alleviate your mind?
Roll persuasion?
Roll seduction.
Roll persuasion. That's the closest you can get. No. Just stay where you are. Just stay where you are. We haven't done a full search. There's no need for a cavity search. But I need you to stay there. Don't come any closer. Okay? I know you're AAF, but we will fire if we feel the need to.
Should have thrown in the wink.
I mean, we haven't done anything, so I don't understand why.
Right. Just. Okay, just stop. Okay, like you, just stop. I'm gonna need you to stop talking.
Back, sorry.
I'm gonna need you to stop talking, and you just wait there. All right. He'll come over in a minute, and we'll see if we can let you in. All right.
So, how's your day been?
Roll persuasion again. You get a nat 1, he's gonna shoot you. You notice there's a bit of hesitance, even through the roboticness of the helmet. You can notice there's kind of a sense of hesitance in his voice, like maybe he's a little bit unprepared for this. And he'll say, "Yeah, it's been going pretty all right until right now. A bunch of possibly heavily armed individuals just strolling in, just saying they're from the AAF, and we've not heard a single thing about it. So just a bit on edge. So just remain calm for me, and don't make any sudden movements. Okay.
Okie dokie.
17 is annoyed that they get shut down instantly for attempting to calm him down while Tox is allowed to just talk to him freely.
I wonder why that is.
Real quick, sorry, what did I miss?
Okay,
What's
so
stronger, titties or racism?
basically, you've went into the lobby of Accelerated Industries' newest building. It's still being even at the moment, it's still being put together a little bit. It's exactly as you can see. There's loads of worker iron forged. Going around fixing things, setting things up. There's a big guard robot right at the back, keeping an eye on everything with its big fucking machine gun. You got stopped by Accelerator Industries guards that were when you came through, you went through a metal detector and it started going off because of all the metal and weapons you have on you. So they kind of had a conversation with the guards, and they've kind of managed to get one of the guards to go and speak to a supervisor because you guys were asked to come here, but it just seems that they're just a bit on edge. Maybe they weren't really expecting you guys to show up. Maybe they weren't informed about the meeting. Make of that as you will. They seem a bit on edge. Specifically, this guy here that seems to actually have his light rifle ready. He's not shot any of you, but he's got it ready and he's adjusting himself in case he needs to fire on you. Tox kind of tried some playful banter to try and calm him down a little bit. It's worked a little. He's not as on edge, but he's still on edge, and he seems to be very specific about not letting 17 talk, but seemed kind of okay with Tox talking. Make of that as you will.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It happens. Does anyone have anything they want to do? Anything they want to say at the moment?
We come in peace, dog.
Anyone else have anything to add other than we come in peace, dog?
Elena ain't saying nothing. She's just happy to be out the fucking car.
I just wink at the guard.
Yes, you can. Roll me another persuasion at disadvantage. Yeah, disadvantage because he's like, oh no, I don't like this. I don't like this. Okay, you actually managed to do much higher that time. So he kind of does that. Have you ever seen the what's that actor's name? Heisenberg, where he looks around and he points to himself like me. He kind of does that. Yeah. He doesn't do the point to himself, but he looks around because he's not sure if you're doing that to someone else, and then he kind of stops and just kind of wait, they're doing it at me. This is okay.
A little heart trails off the eye.
No, a heart does not trail off the eye. But as that happens, the guard returns and turning off the filter for his helmet says, "Okay, all right. We must not have been informed. You do have a meeting with Miss Cyan. I'm going to escort you up there. Right. So you are AAF agents. So." As much as I don't like it, I'm going to have to ask you to keep your weapons on you. But please, just... If you do anything that we deem as... If you do anything that we deem as hostile, we do have the right to open fire. You are on our property. You may be invited here, but that doesn't mean you can do anything hostile. If you attempt any kind of acts of covert espionage against Accelerated Industries, we will take hostile action against you, and law enforcement will be notified. Lawsuits will be fired against your next and kin following your deceased. Does that make sense?
All copacetic, dog.
Okay.
My poor can opener.
Right. Follow me. So I'm just gonna zip you because it's easier this way.
Is the can
I give
open
the
here?
I give the one guard a look as we go by.
Are you trying to intimidate him?
No, just giving him a look.
Okay.
Can you wink at him?
Nope. I don't have eyes.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't have eyelids.
No. Okay,
I shut off one ocular device.
yeah,
You shut one light off really quick and then turn it back on.
yeah, exactly, like that.
Divert
There
all
are
power
ways
to wink
to wink
function.
as a robot.
Divert all power to wink.
Right. So, on the way over to the elevators are down here. That's what those 3 doors are.
Self-sacrifice.
Is there anything you would like to do on the way to the elevator?
Elena's just gonna keep an eye out.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Hex, I know I'm hoping for too much, and that is okay. But just let me down gently right now that you don't have Connor voice clips lined up.
I don't have Connor voice clips lined up.
Okay.
I have something better later, but you right. So,
Are you sure the elevator can handle all of this weight?
yes, it can. They're industrial elevators. Right. So
That's how the campaign ends. We all walk in over capacity.
yeah, really underwhelming, but happens. So like you will notice that the trip in the elevator up is going to take some time. It's a very, very tall building. It takes you about 30 minutes in the elevator to get to the very top. Is there anything particular you would like to do in the elevator, or would you like me to skip? It's up to you. If there's stuff you want to do, we'll do that. If not, we'll go straight to where we're going.
I'm not normally musically inclined, but this elevator music that you have is not very pleasing.
He then turns and goes, "What elevator music?" we haven't set up the elevator music yet.
You sure? Because I hear it too.
Oh, fucking Dave, you hear some static. Dave, did you turn the elevator music on? Fuck it, Dave! I told you to stop doing this. Sorry. We have some people on staff that are a bit. we have some people on staff that are a little bit not all together. They like playing tricks on each other. One of them fucking turned one of the robots. And he then looks at you, Kara. One of them turned one of the Iron Forged into. He put him in a dance mode and just left him in the corridors dancing for like a full day. It was pretty hilarious. I mean, I guess you had to be there.
I'm sure it was quite hilarious.
Elena's just gonna look at Freya and flip Nork.
You can't wink, but you can find a way to give side eye.
She's just gonna give him a look.
It was funny, It just danced for 24 hours straight. You went there at 7 a.m. It was dancing. You left at 6. It was still dancing. I don't know. Okay,
We're just stone face.
I don't know. Okay, it was just funny. Okay,
I guess you just had to be there.
Yeah, it was definitely one of those moments you just had to be there. The bucket of bolts just dancing around and nothing can stop. It was.
So you have a thing for dancing then?
No,
Zeroed in on that one.
no. It was just. It was just. And then it goes quiet for the rest of the journey.
I was so tempted to say, so if I put a gun to your head and made you dance for 24 hours, would you still find it funny?
We hit in the cyber Malcolm X button right there.
Do elephants have ink?
Do elephants? That's a good question. Do elephants have ink? You gonna sploosh your ink at them? Or like... Right. Okay. So after your awkward, possible racist elevator trip, you do get off, and you are at the very top of the building. You see that there are more guards, either one on either side of the door ahead of you. There is a door to the side, and then there's a door behind the desk there. The female individual behind the desk looks over at you and goes, "Oh, are you Miss Cyan's at 2 o'clock? Is that what you are?"
I believe we are.
Ah, okay. Just bear with me a few moments. If you go and sit over there, and she gestures towards the seats for you to sit down. If you sit over there, she's just finishing up a dossier meeting at the moment, and as soon as that's done, I'll buzz you through to the executive lounge.
The mark goes and flops.
And breaks the couch.
Good joke.
No decorum whatsoever. Big fancy building. Being told you're going to go through the executive lounge. Yeah.
Don't mind him. We haven't properly housebroken him yet.
Oh no, it's okay. We get all kinds up here, so just, I mean, sometimes they don't usually
need to replace those anyway.
They're not usually here to visit. They're usually here to put in some furniture or something. But we get them. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, don't know how to feel about that statement.
He doesn't get it.
You're in a top class nose up their own arse business corporation.
It's so the nose is so high he doesn't understand.
Yeah. So yeah.
By the door. He won't actually sit down. He'll just stand by the door.
Just standing by the door. Do you open that door? Do you take a look inside?
No, he's just standing there.
You're just standing there. Okay.
He's waiting for someone to come out so he can scare them.
Well, what was that, Tara? Sorry.
I want to approach Actor.
Go ahead.
And I want to just kind of speak in his ear and be like, "So, you also find these kinds of people insufferable, or is that just me?"
You get a telepathic communication back from them, and they say, I can't stand these types of people. Corporate is not something I can deal with. I was trained to deal with these people, but all the training in the world doesn't prepare you for just how much of a group of assholes they can be that only care about profit more than anything else. I hate everything this building stands for.
Well, I'm glad we're on the same page then. I'll do my best to keep my cool.
Listen, I accept that this is a awkward situation for you, for myself, for everyone here, but I think if we just keep it together and just try and get through this, we'll at least get it out of the way. Just everyone try not to murder these people. As soon as the assistant takes notice of where you are, Freya, she goes, "Oh, sir, can you just step back from the toilets, please?"
Oh. Fur will step away and stand right over.
Or you take a jump on the floor than sully our bathroom.
She does that thing where she gives you retail smile and puts her hands together and goes, "I appreciate that. If you do need to use the restrooms, I'm afraid you're going to have to use the manual labor restrooms. They are 10 floors down."
Fur says, "I'm used to it."
Yes, this is the kind of woman that would use the phrase "bless his heart." This is the kind of woman that would see him do something and go, "It's okay. He doesn't know any better."
Yeah, he just kind of looks at her and just kind of nods and is like, "I'm used to it. Understood."
It's okay.
He's going back to his slave mindset of yes.
Oh no!
Oh no! Not again!
I see Tox has went over to join Freya. Is something happening?
I'm just gonna give him a hug.
Aww. Aww.
Okay, here's the thing. In this world, is there like handicap laws out of curiosity?
Yes, there are handicap laws.
Elena's just gonna reach into the receptionist's mind and be like, "Are your bathrooms handicap accessible?"
Please get out of my mind, ma'am. I did not give you permission to do that.
Frere would be concerned, but would hug Tox back and pat her head.
Hugging Bearstone, the racist.
Roll me a perception check, Freya and Tox, please.
I'm good at this.
All right, let me roll for them because I want to see if what's happened. Okay.
40.
They do have a stealth. Oh, okay. Tox, you notice this, but Freya doesn't, I'm afraid. You notice that the accelerator guard, the moment you hug, turns his head, looks at looks at the two of you for a moment, moves his head back, and just, you know that disgust a racist gives when they shake their head when they see someone of color. They just you notice they do that.
And there goes another good elven woman, Danger the Bear.
So you 100%, and I'm just gonna mark that. That's that guy there. You 100% notice that guy does that. I'm afraid Freya, he was trying to be stealthy about it. He rolled pretty high, so you don't, I'm afraid, notice that. But 100% Tox notices that.
I'm gonna stick my tongue out at him.
I really appreciate, especially with more context, that you decided that Connor is your base representation of the pure white.
Yes, 100%. So yes, Eleanor, the woman at the desk, the assistant, said to you that she didn't give you permission to enter her mind. What are you gonna do?
Do I have a notepad of any sort?
No.
Paper?
Pen to stab her with.
No.
Hector, she'll reach out to Hector and be like, "Do you have any writing utensils of any sort? Communication device?"
He then starts to look through his stuff, and you notice that the woman gives you. She gives you what I could describe as "there is no war in Ba Sing Se" smile.
Oh, let's go.
And then she looks towards the group and goes, I'm afraid we don't allow telepathic communication unless it's been approved of and sanctioned in the building. We believe that everyone's mind space is a safe space, and it shouldn't be invaded by individuals that don't have any means being there.
For some reason, I thought you were going to say, "Oh, we've actually banned writing by commoners." If you're not above a certain level of intellect, you are not permitted a pen.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm going for. I'm going for, this is a building of massive corporate racists, but they're like, don't go in my brain because that's my safe space. But they are actively telling Freya that he can't use these toilets because he has to use the manual labor toilets.
Yeah, the bear pile down 10 floors down.
You can't use this water fountain.
Yeah, they're basically saying you can't use this water fountain. They're corporate bastards, and I'm playing them like that. But she then looks at you, Eleanor, and goes, I appreciate that you can't talk to me. However, my mind is my space.
She should have just left it at, I appreciate you can't talk to me.
Okay, so
I like that Hicks added the
any
extra
writing
tinge.
utensils at all?
All right, roll me a perception check. You would notice there is a data pad, and you know that you could write on data pads with a keypad on the table about in front of the computer.
All right, she's gonna go up and start tentacling.
The moment you get it, the guard raises his gun at you.
Like the tentacle's just gonna reach out and strangle her.
This guard here with a red immediately raises their weapon at you.
She's gonna look at him.
kind of gets up and notices there's trouble.
Yeah, you
I
would you would
would
do
stand
100%
up
notice
for it.
this because this wasn't. He didn't stealth this. He wanted everyone to see. So that guard, rifle up, pointed at Eleanor.
Hey, let's all just calm down a bit.
Fro will also move forward, standing next to Tox and 17. Like, the manual labor would ask if we can all get along, please.
Just tell your
I believe
companion.
tensions are a bit high here. Everybody needs to calm down.
Let's all just sit back down and get back to being copacetic. It's okay.
Just tell your tell your companion here to just not just go around grabbing things, okay?
I would actually approach Elenia. What is it exactly that you're needing?
She's like, I would like to go to the restroom. I don't know which one's handicap accessible.
She's asking if you have a handicap accessible restroom and if she is permitted to use it.
The woman at the desk, kind of, who is backed up a little in her chair, kind of pulls herself forward and goes, I'm afraid on this level, it's executive offices only, so I can't let you use any of the restrooms up here. We do have handicap accessible restrooms 3 floors down, if you would like to go down there, but I'm afraid I can't let you use any of the bathrooms up here.
Out of curiosity, what type of elves are they?
This seems to be they kind of seem like a very light-skinned Mannerborn.
Sorry, I clicked the wrong tab.
It's alright. This one here is a light-skinned Mannerborn.
Okay, let me check something. Sorry, I'm checking something real quick.
That's okay. But what I would like to do, so all those people that attempt to defuse the situation, so 17, Flipnork, Freya, can you just roll me a persuasion? We're gonna do a group persuasion check.
Those.
You want me to do that too? Or no?
Yeah. Go on, throw yours in there because you did get involved. Okay. Oh, Flipnork fucking saved you.
Yeah, please, thank you.
Yeah, so from that, the guard kind of like, after he's heard what 17 says and he's listened to what you guys said, he kind of just hesitantly lowers his weapon and steps back into his position by the elevator.
Was Flipnork able to hear Elenia when they were talking about like where she needed to go?
No, because
no.
But
It was
17 said
17, no.
17 said out loud that she needs to use the restroom.
Oh, okay.
So you heard 17 say it, but not Eleanor. And the individual has basically said none of you can use the restrooms up here because they're for executives only. But
I
there
can
is
I can go down with you if you need any help.
Elena will nod at that. And out of curiosity, are there any Forge-born elves around here?
No, the only Forge-born elf that you've actually come into contact with at the moment is Taki. You haven't really come into contact with any Forge-borns at the moment.
All right. She'll go over to Flipnork and be like, "Let's go."
All right, let's go.
As you do that, as you're about to go, you hear a beep, and then the woman presses the little device and goes, "If you'd all like to go through, Miss Cyan would like to see you now."
I knew I was gonna
I
have.
think you might have to hold it in there. That
Elena-
sucks.
Elena's just gonna nod. That's fine.
See, if you'd got the deluxe model, you wouldn't have to go to a bathroom.
I would say maybe we could get you like a cop, but I don't think they'd give us one.
Do you say that out loud?
You know, for fucking, I did.
She goes, "Yeah, no, I'm afraid that they've all the cups on here, they're for executives only. I'm going to have to ask you to go at least 2 stories down to gain one from the manual labor department."
God.
We could just hold you over the couch and let you go there, since we were allowed to sit on those.
The woman looks
man.
very shocked as he says, "I'm afraid if you do that, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave."
I like that you've perfected the elongated end of sentence.
Yeah.
That I'm sure you're intimately familiar with.
I'm not actually, but
I don't mean using, I mean hearing.
oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
Trust me, I've heard that one too.
It never ends.
It never
It
ends.
never ends. In customer service, it's the only voice you have etched into your mind.
Yeah.
So Hector goes through first, and there's another metal detector, so you hear beep, 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 beep.
Just real out of curiosity, do illithids have noses?
You don't have noses, but you have a sense of smell.
We don't have noses though.
No, but you have a sense of smell.
Can illithids cough?
Yes.
Can they also turn their head?
Can they pee?
Do they dream?
Well, no. Like, go on through, guys. Well, actually, she's gonna follow behind 17. And once 17's a little bit away from her, she's just gonna get this loud cough, not even bothering to cough or cover her mouth, and it's just gonna be fucking nasty.
Do
I like
illithids
to
dream?
imagine that when Elena coughs, her tentacles like flip forward.
Yeah.
They flip forward. They flip forward.
So did
do
you?
illithids dream of electric eels?
So did you? Were you gonna try to like say something while you were coughing? Was that it?
No.
Oh, okay.
She's just gonna cough.
Okay.
Frere would wait to be the last person to go in.
All right. Oh.
Beep.
Beep.
Flipnork will walk into the room and characteristically Danganronpa pose.
So, what I would like to point out for everyone when you get in the room, if none of you have like high luxurious backgrounds, this is like a fucking palace to you. There is fine art across the walls. The rug beneath your feet is made from the finest fabrics that you can imagine. There is a large set of oak tables like just on the corner over there. You don't feel like you're in an office building anymore. You feel like you're in like a high-class establishment, like $1,000 a plate restaurant, seemingly from going what looked like a business office, like building, to this is like a huge change. Just like you've suddenly went into a palace. There are fine sofas over there that look like the softest, most exquisite things you've ever seen in terms of the cost. There is a massive television screen over there. There are large banners hanging on the walls showing family crests and like the holographic sigil of Accelerator Industries itself. This is weird corporate decadence that you've come into.
Also,
Oh,
when
so those are
she
the kind
go-
of people. Those
Go
are
ahead.
the people that would have Frere in a cage here, right?
Oh,
Like-
these are the people that would have you as manual labor.
No. 'cause
Or
it's
stuffed on the- or stuffed on the floor.
You have me as a pet.
I would think stuffed as a rug.
Oh
There-
yeah, I would also be a rug.
You would notice that as you come in to the side, there is just a dire wolf head and a great elk head just on the wall. Just
Oh, no.
The shark head goes on the wall.
Striaka.
Oh no!
Yeah, Frere becomes the rug, and Flipnork becomes the headpiece.
Yeah, exactly. He goes on the wall.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about? We eat. They kill Flipnork so they can eat his fins.
Yeah, you're right.
There you go.
Whoa.
They
Yeah.
don't even kill them. They just cut the fins off and throw them back in the water.
No, they kill him.
Oh.
They want to kill him.
Yeah, they're racist. They want to kill him.
Yeah.
Can- would we
Also, I
recognize
imagine
the crests.
You're saying?
No, go ahead.
No, go on, Tara.
I was gonna say, hey Frere, doesn't this rug look like the kind of rug that you would strangulate someone with?
He looks at the rug. And like, yeah, it's got the right frayed edges to it. I could probably do that to somebody.
Not that you would. Just, hypothetically, that is a possibility.
Just floating the idea out there.
Yeah,
I really hope the door behind them is still open.
Yeah.
Oh no! It's a sliding doors that shuts immediately when you go through.
Also, I will say before she went through, like the metal detector was obviously going off.
Oh yeah, the entire time.
And she just makes like she's having a hard time getting through, so she stayed a little extra longer until they probably got a headache from the noise, being like, "I can't. The wheelchair's hard to get through. It's fine."
Roll me.
Strangling?
Right, who was the last person to come through?
Freya.
Freya, roll me a perception check, please.
I'm good at these.
You're not.
Fur's like dissociating right now.
Yeah.
That was such a good 1-2 punch. I'm great at these. Oh.
Yeah. So Hector then leads you down to the very end of the room where there appears to be yet another door.
Would we recognize the crest, like the family crests?
Roll me a history check.
Yeah, I'll check too. Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, go ahead. So you would do a quick background research check via your access to their Wi-Fi, essentially. 17, and you would pop up several notable families, one of which indicates a individual by the name of Amelia Tzion, and you're going to see Miss Tzion. Amelia Tzion, you do a background search on her, not through military channels, but through just a public search, essentially, and you find out that Amelia Tzion is a higher ranking member of the of Accelerator Industries, that she has been given a new management position overseeing this entire building, that she comes from old money, that was one of the first families to settle Tzion, so old money, essentially. Caitlin, your character would remember reading something about that. Like, you put two and two together looking at the family crest and remembering that you're here to see Tzion, and they you put it together of, oh, you've actually read about these people. These are people that helped found Tzion, and because they were here from the very beginning and the family built an industry from the ground up, they are obscenely wealthy.
Would I know what kind of elf they are, or like something like that?
You
Or
would
if they're
know.
elves?
You would know that they are Manor-borns, yes. Because Manor-borns were the people that settled this world. Were Manor-borns.
All right.
And
That information, I would head forward.
yeah, if unless there's anything, if anyone wants to do anything at any point, please just stop and just say. But if I don't hear people saying things, I'm just going to keep moving us forward. So
Yep, that's fine.
Flipnork is going to admire the carpet for a moment.
Freyr has two little bear claws on Tox's hand as they walk.
aww.
I'll
Showing off that proud interracial couple.
Freyr's just like, I need to stay focused. But manual labor. I am a slave. I gotta break these chains.
Can I just look a pat on the back as we're walking?
Yeah. You can give Flipnock a pat on the back as you're walking.
I feel like we're all made out, when all of us except for Hector and Tox are made out of a slave class.
Thanks.
Hector just has made it clear that he fucking hates these kind of people as well. Right, so as you get in, this is a bit more smaller, a bit more compact, but it's still that level of luxury. There's actually, it looks weird when you put it on the map, but there is a chandelier hanging from the ceiling with ornate fine diamonds and jewels that must have cost more than you've probably ever made in your life. There is another kind of wonderfully exquisite sofa. There are four sets of bookcases over there with fine leather bound books, and the moment you go in you can smell like the age to them. Everything in here is a mix of technology and fine woodsman's crafting. Like the oak table is of a grand oak piece that you could tell must have aged for thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of years before it was cut down. And then at the desk, behind the desk, you see this woman. She is a very light-skinned Manor-born with like a burgundy type hair. She's wearing a very like taut business suit. She has holographic glasses on. She has an earpiece in. She seems to be looking at a data slate as you guys come in. And she's. Does anyone here know the Manaborn language? Lemillion. I don't think anyone does. Just have a quick look at your languages for me. No. No. Okay. Well, if no one knows it, that's fine. But you recognize that she's speaking the Manaborn tongue, and then she glances up at you. She says something. She taps the side of her earpiece and says, "Oh, I see you. You have managed to get your way up to my office. That's good. I thought there may have been some trouble getting you up here, but you're here. You are the individuals from the AAF, correct?"
Yes,
Fair
we
enough.
are.
Okay, good. You see that she's still swiping along the data slate as she's talking to you, and you can see that there's information going over her, like her holographic glasses. So you can tell she's actually not giving you her full attention. She's doing like business transactions and meetings and looking over spreadsheets as she's talking to you. Yeah.
Quick
Has she
question,
had-
Lana.
Wait. Go, Alex.
Oh, I was gonna say, does she look like the hologram of the woman that was like giving a message in Serpentius or whatever back down in the cave? I know
That's
there
a
was
really good question.
Yeah,
Roll
I
me
was actually going to ask
Yeah.
that.
roll me a history check, Alex.
I lick it. Never mind.
Can I also roll one? For
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I was
Anyone
gonna
that
ask
wants to
too.
roll anyone that wants to roll a history, go ahead and roll a history.
We'll do it.
Let's go for it.
So
Hey!
Tox and Eleanor, no, 100% it is not. It is not.
You
You
weren't
didn't
there.
even see it, so you don't remember that. You don't know. So Tox
Strange
and
lady. I don't know if I've ever seen her before though.
Tox and Eleanor, no, it's 100% not her. There was no kind of like you remember that woman was kind of hidden in a cloak, but it's 100% not her. The very few details that you could see of the woman on the hologram, no, it's not her. But she continues talking and going, okay, wonderful. Well, I'm in a business meeting at the moment, but I can go through it with you. It seems that at some point, probably last night, there was a break-in on one of our factories. Rather nasty one. It actually caused us the loss of an asset and... well, first and foremost, we would like to find out exactly who was responsible for this so that we can charge them for the damages. Obviously, you most likely know who I am, and you most likely know that I have influences on certain individuals, and, well, I've used that to get you up here because, to get to the point, we want to know who did this and why, and we want them to refund us for it. So... obviously, do whatever you need to do. Go and investigate whatever it is that the AAF does on this. But when you do find out who it is, we would like to ask that you, first and foremost, inform the company rather than seeking legal charges. At least to start with. Is that something that you believe is acceptable?
What asset was lost out of curiosity so that we, in our investigation, we might be able to better find who the culprit of this was?
The asset was, hold on, let me get the information up for you. The asset was an individual that we spent considerable amount of time training, funding, arming. All in all, the cost of training that individual and paying their salary was well over 5,000 gold units. So, the loss of an asset like that, well, it isn't good. And the fact that we now have to pay fees off to their parents and, to the individuals whom they are credited to, well, we want our investment back.
asset, not human being.
Do you say that out loud or something? Or
No, that's just what I'm saying out of
yeah,
character.
yeah. Essentially, there was a murder that happened, and they see that not as a murder, but as a loss of an asset that they have put funding into, and they would like their investment money back.
Well, it really is an HR department.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of curiosity, has she even taken a look at us?
No, she's reading information on her holographic glasses and occasionally looking down at her data slate. She has made no eye contact with you at all.
Yeah, Elena's gonna reach out and be like, so a person was murdered and you want us to bring the culprit to you first and not the police?
Yes, an asset was lost and we require the individual responsible so that we can get reimbursement for the loss of our asset.
Frere kind of coughs slightly and goes, do you know, does anyone, any particular either company or organization come to your mind right off the bat? Has anyone been particularly financially aggressive towards you recently?
She stops a moment and contemplates. Roll me a perception check.
I'm good at this.
Yeah, you don't notice it, but from your point of view, she stops a second and it seems like she's thinking, and she says, "Well, we are one of the top 10 businesses on Tzion. We have been in the rankings since we were first founded, almost several hundred years ago when this planet was first taken. So." There are a number of businesses, both current, deceased, and upcoming, that may wish us financial harm. So there are plenty of individuals that come to mind. If I sat down here and spoke to you about all of them, I'd probably waste my time.
Was
Yeah,
anything-
yeah, I picked that very specifically, Tara. They referred to as a business when it's gone and failed as being deceased, but they are referring to an individual who died as a lost asset.
Were
That's
any
the
other
world.
assets lost, or was it just the single asset?
It's just a single asset.
It was just a single asset. I believe there was some damage done to one of our data links. Of course, we had to pay someone to fix that, so we would like reimbursement from that as well. I've been told that by the looks of it, there was some kind of trespassing. We didn't really see any allocation of goods that was missing. There was a minor amount of material stolen, a very rare stone. We were very interested in getting the money back for that as well.
Did the asset have a family? I mean, an emotional support network?
The asset did have several benefactors for which their funds were going to, and benefactors whom now we have to supply with more credits to settle the debt that is the asset's departure.
So you said that there's a lot of companies and organizations that would 100% like to do this to you.
Yes, we have many competitors.
I think you might have slightly misunderstood my question, ma'am. I know you don't speak common folk, such as myself.
Straight to the point.
The biggest ones that come to your mind.
Iron Hell Basilisks are always after us. Them working with the dirty cartels. They're at least in our top 3 of competitors.
Okay. I'll say that gives us a place to start.
You said material was stolen. Does it look like that was their intent? Like, did that look like something? Does that look like?
That was their goal. They wanted to murder Jim.
Does that look like that was their main goal was to steal this material or does it look like it might have been an afterthought and the asset was the main purpose? Because going and taking out an asset, and I believe we were told that there was hacking of loader bots, and of course the destruction of the cameras. It seems rather random just for the little bit of material that was stolen, depending on what the material was.
She then turns and looks at Hector. I'm sorry, are you under any illusion that you're going to be investigating this? Because this is your job, to investigate this. I'm not wasting my time asking futile questions. You're the ones that need to go and find out if stealing our assets or material was what they wanted, or if there was something else. You are wasting my valuable time asking me questions that it is your job to find out. So if you could, instead of wasting my valuable time, perhaps now go and do your jobs, that would be wonderful.
Just all of us get on our fucking knees and grovel.
Everybody, roll me a perception check.
The massa threw it up.
Oh, that's the wrong one. The fuck? Ignore that.
That's the highest perception check I've rolled all night.
No, not persuasion, Flip, not perception. All right, so Flipnork,
Yeah,
Freya, everyone but 17, oddly enough.
Yeah.
You notice something's... So I may have missed this, but right behind her, this entire area here is glass.
Wasn't good enough?
No, I said everyone but 17.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so everyone but 17 notices this. Behind her is like, it's a giant pane of glass, a window out to the city. And you notice that something is coming towards the window exceptionally quickly.
Oh.
And the glass behind her is quickly smashed.
Oh!
Oh, don't worry. Hold your reaction. More's coming.
Oh,
Would we have had enough time to be like, get down?
No.
joke's on you, though. I can't be surprised.
So what happens is the glass smashes inwards and goes everywhere. Amelia is flung onto her desk as a series of heavily armored Ironforge burst their way through the glass first. I'm going to show you what they look like. They're very tall creatures. They're probably about 20 foot, almost about the exact same size as the one you saw in the lobby, except these individual ones don't seem to have armament like guns. They seem to just have two large electrified blades for hands. There's one on either side. Smashing through the glass after is this individual here. It is an individual all in green, seemingly wearing like very light armor, wearing a helmet that is stylized into a red skull. And everyone get ready because Devon's going to come in his pants. Smashing through the window next to him is this individual.
Oh, is his name Brutus? Please tell me his name is Brutus.
No, he's got a much better name, but I'm not going to tell you because you won't know yet. So they smash. They smash. Oh, I put them on the map player. That's bad. They smash through. They smash through the window, and let me just put them on the correct layer, and I'll let you know exactly what happens after that.
So they've bent Miss Cyan over the desk.
I mean, can we tell what race this person
that's
is?
exactly what happened.
No. No,
He's
he's wearing a green like combat cloak with a hood up, wearing a red mask that completely covers their face. There's no way you can tell what race that person is. You could tell the race of that person. It's a
I'm not
hulking.
quite sure.
It's a hulking brute of a Salosapien that is, in fact, that of a great white shark that seems to have tribal scarification across their body and is wearing a necklace that appears to be made of shark teeth.
I've come for my car.
I just want to. Could you put Flipnork's picture up for a minute and then that one?
So, Flipnork,
Yeah.
Are you
Enemy
comparing
shark.
Hexazar? Are you comparing Hexazar to that? That's very mean to Hexazar.
No, I'm not being mean to Hexazard. I'm just saying you look like I'm a little kid. That one looks like he could whoop everyone's
I'm
ass.
sorry, Hex couldn't draw something that fucking detailed and photorealistic.
So,
Art feat.
That's
they
the type she tells you not to worry about.
yeah, exactly. You, the guy she tells you not to worry about.
You got a cooler jacket.
Right, okay, so, alright, back to serious time. So, the moment the glass goes through, the individual with the red mask grabs a hold of Amelia from behind. She's screaming, terrified.
I've seen this enough times.
God damn it, Alex.
Very
She's
elaborate.
she's screaming, absolutely terrified, and the individual with the red mask seems to have some kind of. It looks like the polearm of a great axe, but there's no blade there until they run their finger over a button and a red blazing blade of a blade for the axe appears.
Great axe. I need that axe.
It's almost as if you look at it and it bears a lot of resemblance to what Hector is wielding, except you've never seen anyone have a psychic armament that's a great axe. I fucked with Psymage to make my own enemy type, you guys. This is gonna be fun.
Good.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah, you're gonna hate exactly what they are. It's not a fun time. But yes, that individual grabs a hold of her from the hair from behind and ignites
She likes it.
ignites their axe and will look towards you and say,
Now don't be heroes. There's no need to cause any problems here.
Don't worry, we're not.
What if we're all just like, yeah, go ahead and take her. She's racist.
That's kind of it.
We ain't got a problem with this,
You
actually.
hear a heavy sigh from Hector as he realizes while he hates these people, he is part of a police force that requires him to act.
I didn't actually say don't worry.
I know. I'm just no, but he does sigh. He actually sighs because he knows he has to do something about this. And then he reaches for his own psychic armament, to which the Salosapien steps forward and goes, "Yeah, go on, make my day. You and the fucking fish food behind you. I'm itching for a fight."
Fish food. I'm gonna show him just how big this bear gets.
He then points out towards Flipnork, who is the actual person he's speaking to, and he says, "Sit down, whelp. This ain't a fight you can have."
You know what, dog? Let's find out.
You wanna fucking go?
Yeah, I do!
You see him take.
I'm ready for this.
You see him take a giant maul off of his back, and then at the flip of a switch, it crackles into life with electricity, and he looks at you with hate and disgust, as if you are nothing but shit on his shoe. At that point, the gentleman in the red mask will turn his attention slightly to the Salosapien on his side and say,
Listen, we don't have time for this. Don't worry, you'll get your time to play with the little fish over there. But for now, we need to get out of here. We need to secure the asset and get gone. Odon, we do not have time for this.
This recurring antagonist.
And then as he says that, the individual referred to as Odon, and I'm going to put his nameplate up, will look towards Flipnork and say, "Don't worry, little fish, you and me gonna have our time."
Looking forward to it, dog.
He then steps back, weapon in hand, as the red masked individual says something in Mannerborn, and the two giant robots step forward, arms ready. The red masked individual locks eyes with your group and out loud, booming almost, says,
"Don't worry, Ezekiel. You and me will have a time too."
At that point, they seem to disappear in strikes of lightning.
Elena's just gonna look at Hector and go, "Wait, your name's Urkel?"
He said Ezekiel.
Oh.
What the fuck?
No, that's her making a joke.
Oh, okay. But on that note, everybody roll initiative.
I roll initiative at advantage.
Yeah, you do.
It's me.
So I roll a 20, right?
Hold on,
Elena-
because I just need to remove that. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, Elena will just like to reiterate real quickly. Please get in front of me.
Oh wait, hold on a second. That didn't roll twice for some reason.
It doesn't.
I
Yeah,
can.
you
Yeah,
gotta
it
roll it
doesn't.
again.
I'll change it if need be. Oh, well, there you go. It's done.
Yeah.
Haha! My luck with initiative continues.
I'm gonna
I
roll.
am always last.
Oh, Hector was not too far behind. He's in shock. Right, let me roll for the striker. The striker forged. They didn't roll great. Right, okay. Right, so we're actually going to stop there.
Okay.
Yeah, but why'd you have us roll initiative then?
So I know for next time.
Uh,
And then, hey Devon, I want you to rate this for me. So we're in a bit. This is going to be the title. I want you to rate this title for me. Okay. So
okay.
we're in a build. We're in a.
gonna go on from hell yeah to let's fucking go.
So we're in a business building, right? It's a corporation. You know what? Sometimes people refer to big people in business that go
Here it
after
comes.
each other.
Here it comes. Let me scroll up. It's on the screen. It's not on the frame right now. I have to zoom out. I have to zoom out.
There it is.
Zoom out.
oh, God.
Yeah, let's fucking go.
We've got the sigh of Kara, the monetized sigh of Kara.
Sigh of Kara.
I know you were going for corporate, but
Yeah,
Kara's
corporate
just
sharks.
Done with
the
all
meaning
of us.
the meaning is still there. I
Yeah.
still believe.
Cooperate, sharks.
Cooperate sharks.
Yeah, you're a
Yeah,
corporate.
I did. So I didn't actually realize I wrote it wrong until before the session, and I said I've got time to change this. I went, you know what? No, I'm gonna leave it there.
Giant
I'm gonna leave it there, and when it comes time to actually putting a title card up for the episode, then I'll change it. But for now, no, I'm gonna leave it there. So,
spindly carts.
so yes, corporate sharks is the name of the episode because you're in a business building and corporate sharks is a thing. So
Vicious tarts.
there we go. Also, just before we go, did anyone see the name of the Salo Sapien enemy?
It was like Maggle. It was Mogul Odin.
It was Megal Odin.
Megalodon.
Megalodon!
Kara said that with such pain in her voice.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah, it's great.
I have a question for when you kill the recording.
All right, hold on.